stuck to my thing. All right. Awesome. Live and good to go. This is yours truly, DTM. Anyway, it's my last day of my weekend. I gotta work tomorrow. I hate my job. Work at my job. I hate my job. Anyway, everyone at my job knows I hate the job. I think the place is a piece of crap. But anyway, this. Well, this is a big double, but this is dinner. This is dinner. This is dinner. Anyway, so normally, even if it's not my day off, I Twitch 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's my second job. Ads make up, a couple extra bucks here now and then in Twitch. But on my days off, I've been streaming on YouTube before. Yesterday, I watched some clip videos of all of the new God of War Ragnarok cutscenes because I'm a Twitch streamer and I didn't want to play the game. Anyway, I don't feel the need to milk content for a game that I'm not gonna like. I mean, I don't want to say enjoy playing because I would enjoy playing it. The problem is because I'm an NI user, an NI Dom, and time is very precious to me. And why play the game, still enjoy it when I could just watch all the cutscenes when that's what I really want? So I just go for the efficiency. I'm a TI user as also, so I just cut the hard labor of it and watch the good shit for like 10 hours, and that was great. I don't need to milk God of War for Twitch content. Anyway, maybe later in the future, if people want to watch me more, and I make more money with it, then it becomes more of like a full-time thing, and then I switch to that. Other than that, and I was watching the God of War stuff on YouTube, so I made no money whatsoever with that. I could have done that crap on Twitch and made a couple more pennies, but I said, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I just do 3 hours on Twitch, usually between 9 and all the way to, I try to cut it off around 12. I try to get like the 3 hours because I used to do 5 hours and it was no fun. I wouldn't get very much sleep. I had to work. I was only getting like 5 hours of sleep and I was getting really cranky and shit. Anyway, but here I am kind of just, I will be on Twitch later. Right now I'm just kicking it back. I don't make no money from this. Just kicking it back, chill with me, enjoy some dinner, some DTM, and there was a good guy. His name is Mister. He showed me. He gave me some links to a couple videos that he said was going to give me a couple of laughs. So I'm going to kind of watch those. And I'm happy to just watch anything really, react or chill. If someone wants to know my opinion, I mean, I am a legit, INFJ. I'm talking about NI Dom, TI child, back and forth, FE parent, responsibility, the greater good. Not some of these pussy false INFJs out there. Oh, fucking teddy bear shit. What the fuck? Ain't no INFP. Anyway. I had no idea. See, I'm a PC gamer. I have my custom build. I have 2 custom builds right now. One I'm using for streaming content, and the other one for playing games and other shit. Anyway, I don't get into console wars anymore. Apparently, though, I guess Sony fanboys are some crazies. There's some real crazies out there, and, they have at it. And, unfortunately, they're so crazy that people are able to milk content off them in a hilarious way, so... And apparently over Spider-Man, no less. I know there was some God of War hate for it not being exclusive to PlayStation. Who gives a shit?
Ah, man. I got a little ditty going on in my head. The song is called "We Have Your Exclusives." Yes, we do.
Okay.
We got your exclusives. Boy, does it taste good.
Who you talking about? Who loves me?
The guy in here, man. And the guy in here. The
Milkshake.
Bible.
This is the Bible.
You question the words of
Can we do a little moment of silence for Adult Swim? Anyway.
the mighty Jimmy?
No, I would
You
never.
better kneel down and pray to Jimmy with me right frickin' now.
Now, I know that last sentence didn't rhyme because I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but actually, what's truly been going on is that at the recent State of Play, Spider-Man Remastered was announced to be released this August of this year, 2022, for the PC, including the Miles Morales expansion. I was actually betting on games like Ghost of Tsushima, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, and Sackboy.
By the way, I am so damn hyped for the next Spider-Verse movie. Dude, it's going to be awesome. The unfortunate part is there may be the Peter Parker Spider-Man universe from was the PlayStation 2. Was it Spider-Man 2? Anyway, that may happen. So some of these crazy fanboys may be very happy
PC
that universe might be included. Because Miles Morales is set to whereas Peter Parker's came to his universe in the last movie. He's going to be venturing to other different universes. It's going to be really cool.
Or Spider-Man actually did.
Fuck yeah.
But boy,
Might even
oh boy.
might even see some other you know, maybe a little bit of was it Tobey Maguire's what was his name?
Oh
Andrew
boy,
Garfield's.
oh boy. Did this create a mountain? Dare I say, the Everest of salts? Because PlayStation fanboys cannot believe that Sony would do this to them. We had the 5 stages of grief happen live on the stream. We have tweets from developers of Insomniac being pulled up just to prove to never say never. But hey, why delay the inevitable? Let's get into the receipts.
If you really think about it, that's tough because it's tough for some people to think. Those are the 83 and under folk. We're talking about IQ so damn low they can barely function, or they can't function. They just can't. They just can't. If you got a game that's exclusive, that game better be selling a shit ton. And if it's not, and the developers are going to sell more, if it's more broad, more cross-platform, common sense. Common sense. I'd like to know those figures. But the fact that these games are no longer being exclusive, like God of War, just the common sense logic that you take from the service, you have to believe something happened there to where it was no longer viable or acceptable or doable, financially maybe even, most likely, for exclusively on a console. It's just, in these days, no one wants to do that shit. Not when MMOs and stuff like that are so broad now. Is it? These newer generations, do you think they're gonna want to buy a PlayStation fucking 5 just to play one game? And what if they're buddies? What if their buddies have an Xbox? Anyway.
And the salt.
Shit, what if you have a PlayStation and even an Xbox? What if you get a game that's performs better, has less, I don't know, bugs? It's just a better game made overall. On Xbox, like it's like the PC, like most PC games, there's a lot you don't see PC games like, you know, rated higher compared to their console variants. There's a bigger difference in terms of what it takes to make a PC game than a console game. Like a lot of console games score higher, you know, cross-platform. You know, they're better easier to refine. Honestly, it's what it seems like. You know, less bugs, all that shit, but still nonetheless, come on.
It sure is good. At Lonely Lantern on April 16th, 2021.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say Spider-Man is never going to PC, just like God of War or Uncharted. Spider-Man is the biggest console.
This was 5 months ago. How does Sony have any control over that? How do they have any control over what's exclusive and what's not? You have to think about that too. How fucking stupid do you have to fucking believe this garbage?
Seller they have. They will probably port new IPs to PC like Days Gone and Horizon Zero Dawn. So I'm guessing Ghosts, Bloodborne Dreams are all going to PC.
I feel kind of funny. Like, haha, funny.
This was April 16, 2021.
Ooh! Who knew that salt and bourbon could be such a phenomenal mix?
Salt and bourbon. I'm assaulted. My mind is assaulted. The dude bought his ice. He bought his ice.
You know, being wrong on maybe like one of these things would have been okay, but you've been wrong across the board. I would just delete that account, my boy, because you are not even close to batting 1,000, my friend. Jack Move Johnny.
To be fair, it's easy to be, a content creator and pick out these idiots. The 83 and under crew. It's easy to pick that shit out. I could do that. Even if you're making money, for me, it's just not efficient to do that. It's bad enough that these human beings exist in the world. Why would I even want to point that there are people this stupid out there? That their IQ is that low? Why would I want to even do that? Why?
Says the state
Making money, but also dealing with these idiots. Even the financial part is not motivating enough to want me to deal with these idiots. What is the state of PC was cool?
of PC was cool.
What do you mean the state of PC was cool? What fucking
It sure was, Jack.
what fucking context is that? The state of PC. What do you mean the state?
It sure was. My boy, my dude, my guy, my confidant. When are you going to go ahead and do the thing we've been telling you to do for the last 5 years? Go on ahead and build yourself that PC, my boy. Chop, chop. No more laptops for you, my guy. This man goes through more.
Is this comment? PS5 is going to be the last. Look. Consoles, for the sake of the market, need to stick around because they are affordable PCs. I don't want to say PC though. They are affordable consoles. They are affordable. They're supposed to be affordable gaming systems in my mind. Okay. In my mind, I categorize them as affordable consoles for affordable gaming for people that can't afford a PC that's for $5,000, $3,000. Anyway, affordable market. If you are getting a PlayStation and you think it's supposed to be as powerful as a PC, you are fucking crazy. You are fucking nonsensical. You need to get a reality check. These are affordable gaming consoles. Dude. Affordable gaming consoles.
More laptops than coasters. It's unbelievable. The guy gets a new laptop every 6 months. He has spent at least $1,500 per laptop, and they all break within 8 months.
Whoa! What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me? You throwing out... What the fuck? What?
easily bought himself a phenomenal desktop PC, had a beautiful Herman Miller chair to sit his deliciously robust, plump booty on, and he would have had the time of his life playing games at 144 FPS with any controller that he wants.
144 FPS? What game are you playing? Are you streaming? You ain't gonna fucking stream a game in that fucking high of DPS, right? Or FPS? I said DPS. What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? Oh god.
Mods, the whole shebang, nude mods, but
Let me put it this way. I'll put it differently. If you're somehow able to max out your GPU, depending on your GPU and what it is, and depending on the game, what you're playing, with the settings that you have it on you may as well fucking kiss your GPU goodbye, because it's going up like fucking Mount St. Helens.
Johnny has to be a laptop player.
Okay.
He has to be a console gamer, and he does not understand the roots of what Jim Ryan is now offering. He's offering you, Jack, a better way, a better outcome, a better experience for you to enjoy. You said it yourself. Even God of War on PC has features the PS5 doesn't have. Yet here you are, still playing on your PS5 poo-poo box, because your poo-poo box on your PS5 has no more exclusives, my boy. They're gone. Finito.
Okay.
Kaput. Put the kibosh on that. Here we have one of the dumbest tweets I've seen all week. It's Spider-Man Remastered that's coming to PC. It doesn't even have the same protagonist.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. I legally can't.
Jesus.
What protagonist do they have, my boy? Tell me, Connor. What protagonist do they have now? Is it Miles? Is it Peter Parker? Because those are the only two protagonists in that game.
Really?
I mean, if you're talking
Miles is in
about
it.
the actual face model, if that's what you mean, you don't truly think we're not just gonna mod that back in, do you? Have you met PC gamers?
That is another pro about the PC. I don't want to be too much pro PC. I said PPC. Not funny. Anyway, but I have to separate it, because this has to be defined, because I'm not one of those. For me, every time I define something, it cannot be complex. It needs to be very simple. Okay. Again, earlier I said affordable market. I said affordable gaming, but it's an affordable market. Poor Mike. Affordable gaming console for people that need to be on a budget or are on a budget, and they want a killer gaming machine. I mean, it's still going to kill. I mean, most likely. I mean, they try to catch up. They're a step behind PC, and they're always going to be. But they could still kill it. So that's affordable, right? So PC, the higher end market, wherein you can switch out your hardware. You can dictate what is your games are running on, or off of, or running through, or are running, and or you could dictate this stuff. But there's these other. It's not just as simple as playing a game, because people can modify game files. They can add files. They can do all these different things. They're not limited to a game simply on a console that is presumably locked by developers, or whether it's just the operating system in general, unless you're hacking it, stuff like that. That's a whole different story. Then it no longer ceases to really be becoming an affordable gaming console. What it is a mockery. But anyway, I'm not going to debate whether hacking is good or bad on consoles and stuff like that. You literally are transforming it into a low-end PC. But anyway, not that it already necessarily isn't. I mean, because PCs are also consoles too in any regard, especially depending on how you're using it. But yeah, the PC community, they're able to do a lot more than simply play a game. They can literally change the game and how it's played. Big difference. And that's right off the bat. Big difference. But I just wanted to define that right there.
It doesn't even have the same protagonist.
He's talking about modding.
It doesn't even have the same protagonist. The coping, the seething, The molding. I can't. I'm gonna have to.
What is wrong with this man?
Ugh.
Does he smell his
Thank
own
you, Invisible
farts?
Flanagan's Cup. Thank you, Bourbon.
I think I saw him on an episode of South Park once. He was driving a
I'm gonna
Prius.
get DP the night. 61i
GP.
says, "What a fail for Sony PS today, losing another exclusive to PC. Ouch. Xbox and Sony, PS destroying their own platforms bit by bit."
You know, you could probably get it for free now.
Woman, bring back the bandage. I want it for free.
Could you imagine a company in today's day and age, in today's market, turning down actual revenue, capital, and profit because you want to keep your console exclusives to a plastic box that does nothing more than gatekeep people away for a $500 ticket to play a $70 game that should not cost
I was gonna
$70
say
in the
something,
first
but
place
it's fine.
in order to actually have that experience for 10 to 12 hours. Wow. What a bargain. What a deal. Why don't more people buy these consoles? Oh, I know, because having to pay for online, having to pay more money for games, having to buy another device that I don't ever going to use again for maybe 1 or 2 titles because I already have a capable PC. Why not just put the game to PC? Now the company gets more money.
PC games, you're still gonna have to pay the full price. There are ways around for both systems. Don't get me wrong. And still, it's a lot cheaper to get a console than it is to get a higher end PC. You can get a low end PC. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with it. I don't know what you can do with it. I don't know if you're gonna search hentai or whatever the fuck you're gonna do, but don't expect to be fucking playing these high end games, you know, above 1080p. Excuse me, or even at 1080p. God no, he ain't gonna fucking stream that shit. You'll be like this streaming fucking, was it what, 480, whatever, 420. My God.
Money. They make more sales.
Try to
and
catch
more
up.
people are happy.
I want to catch up to my
And
mind
people
here,
are
but it took me a few moments to catch up, so I let him talk for a moment. But again, they're affordable. That's why they're there. They're affordable. Now the online stuff, they're adding a service to it. That's fine. That's fine. You're still getting games. You're getting rotated games. Excuse me, for the price of the subscription, and you still have the option to buy more premium games. That's fine. That's fine. That goes in with the affordable.
All going to
Affordable
flock to
market
PC because not everyone wants to
gaming.
be a PC gamer. To which I say, good. Stay away. We don't need you here. We don't want you here because you're going to ruin it for everybody else. It's true. It's true. It's damn true. Ah, yes. Whenever there's a Mr. J, you know there's going to be a moronic, low IQ take. And here we go. So let me make sure I'm understanding this right. You, Alex, and Frit are bragging again about games you bashed because
He's low IQ, but he still punctuates, so he doesn't have that low of an IQ. Let's see. So let me make sure I'm understanding this right. You, Alex, and Fred are bragging again about games you've bashed because it fits y'all narrative. Okay. LOL, and you're not fanboys because reasons. Okay, now I'm like, I feel like someone else wrote the first half, and then again, he probably did the second half. I don't know.
it fits y'all narrative.
What's with the y'all,
LOL.
though? I'm just trying to figure out what's with the y'all. Is he trying to be passive aggressive? I'm passive aggressive as a person.
You're non-fanboy because
I can go down that
reasons.
line.
Is he gonna be able to chase us? Because if I woke up looking like that, I would just run towards the nearest living thing and kill it.
You see, this is where I know that you don't even watch my content. I actually played all of Spider-Man 2018 on the PS4. In fact, I streamed all of it on this very channel, a complete playthrough. And then I bashed the game. And honestly, I'm only happy because simps like you are mad. See, I don't care about Spider-Man coming to PC. I've already played it. I've already beaten it. What I care about is that people like you are visibly upset, emotionally disturbed, distraught to the point that I am on your mind when you wake up and when you go to bed. I'm all you think about. And clearly, there's a lot to think about. I mean, let's be real. My subs know exactly what they want.
Excuse me. Well, my goodness. I mean, I would look at myself as a all around, you know, higher quality male, but I mean, he's got his shit going on too, apparently. I will say this, so I was introduced to these type of videos by someone who wanted to point out some hypocrisy behind, or just some absolute craziness, some of these hardcore PlayStation fanboys and girls in some cases. But me as a casual player, it's really hard to like dive into it without that perspective of like, why are these two sides trying to kill each other or out debate, outwit each other? I don't get it. Like, whose dick is bigger, Xbox or PlayStation 5? I mean, and of course with PC, size don't matter really. If you put a big, if you got a big GPU, you better have a big fucking tower though. That's for damn sure.
And I'm gonna give it to him.
Those things are thick, baby.
Look at that grade A beef. Put a little salt on top. You know you love it. And you see, it's one thing for fanboys to be salty. It's another thing, though, when we find old tweets. Insomniac Games in 2017, it will never appear on Xbox.
Yeah, maybe I should be milking this content
permanent
too.
PS4 exclusive, publisher by Sony Interactive Entertainment. When you want to talk about things that age like milk,
Age like milk. You know, you can make some
it's
interesting
exclusive
things
to
with
PlayStation,
aged
so it won't
milk.
be coming to PC. However, you can play it on
Make
PC with
some
PS
interesting
Now and a
cheese.
PS4 controller until July 7th.
Wait a minute, is that van still out there? Or is he...
Whoops, sorry, Frylock, I tripped. My bad. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
And right now,
Love it.
we can play natively starting in August
I'm gonna
of
pick out my
2022 on our PC with literally
Oh, hey,
any
mister.
controller. Even this abomination of a controller. Yes.
How long you been there? I was into watching your video. I didn't get a chance to finish him yesterday before my Twitch stream, so I was like watching him now. I just started with the first one that you linked to me.
Yes. Oh, can you imagine Spider-Man with my mouse and keyboard?
Chilling with
Oh, it's gonna be
DTM, and
so
then oh, you just
good.
joined?
It's
Oh,
gonna
thank
be
goodness.
So good. Yeah. J.R. Ewing with a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, I'm just
says,
chilling,
"I was gonna
enjoying
have a
some
beer
dinner,
tonight, watching the state of play.
Getting ready for my
Now I
Twitch
know it's
stream in
not worth it.
3 hours.
Fuck this PC bullshit. Fuck the people at Sony who push this PC port crap."
Offering us free sex, and you are an idiot. to
Fuck
turn
yeah,
that
dude.
down. Sex is everything to me. Everything.
Ave Maria.
You know, he purchases his eyes. This was the first one that you linked, the Spider-Man PC reveals enraged salty PlayStation fanboys with cute and why do I have a PlayStation 5? He's talking about he's going over some tweets. This was like the one that was like 5 months ago with the 43K views. Excuse me.
John, bunch of numbers, also known as the Port Beggar Destroyer, the heightened gaming experience that exclusivity provides is diminished when you know that the game is only going to take a year to go to another platform.
These were also the ones that you said that would give me a good laugh. Or
It's
you wanted
too
to give me a
short.
good laugh.
You told that pig off, and that bitch, and that judge, and that guy in the jail that
raped you?
I've seen your clown ass all around Twitter the last couple of days, and all I gotta say is this. I've never seen anyone suckle cockles from a corporation more than you have in the last 24 to 48 hours. Imagine actually needing a game to be exclusive for longer than a year in order for you to actually enjoy the video.
Oh, that's
See, the
horrible
difference is you don't
business.
actually care about video games. You think they're a status symbol. You think they're an investment. So you're trying.
The Blaze 4K videos on your tabs. I don't think so. I have the this one was the Spider-Man PC, and then the other one was oh shit, there was the other, oh shit, and the other one, which actually I guess we watched 4 minutes of so far, is the Spider-Man is coming to PC.
Trying to actually portray yourself as a smart investor, saying to yourself, I spent X amount of money on this plastic box.
I spent the big
therefore I am
bucks.
smart and you are dumb. Because you cannot play these games because I made the right choice. I'm RVD. I'm the whole
Rob
damn
Van
show. You are
Dam.
a whole damn clown is what you are. The fact that you cannot realize that games cost an exorbitant amount of money to make. I know it's a new word for you. It's really hard to actually process in that feeble mind of yours. And you think companies are going to let money sit on the table when their main point of actually existing is literally for profit. They're there to make money. If they can sell more copies of a game to make money, they're going to do it. Whether it's on PC, whether it's on Switch, whether it's on your mom, it doesn't really
Now Blaze 4K, and I don't know anything about Blaze 4K. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the hell? Is this a true what? What? Was that this first one? Is that this guy?
To all you, congratulations to all you PP dick suckers, man. Congratulations. Make sure you add this on. Make sure you make it the most wish listed game on Steam. Make sure you leave your positive. You know, Sony, keep bringing them up. You know, you motherfuckers just leave good reviews, add it to your wish list. You know, and the dudes that do buy the game, they buy it, they run a benchmark for their channel, and then they delete. Man, you guys ain't even. But you about to get a good game, and I just want to wish you and all the people that work at Nvidia and AMD a congratulations for another great game that you've stolen from my console.
Jesus, dude. It's not the developer's fault that their game is going to sell more broadly with the help of, you know, when you got a hardware that you're literally like, you know, selling deals with for your game. I mean, buy this GPU and you get this game. I mean, it's not their fault. See that little
That you've stolen from my console.
I don't understand what is. I don't understand. He sure gets reactions though. I find it even funnier that some people think this is real. So he maybe is faking it. Hey Blaze, thank you for beta testing it through. I think he meant through for us. You're a real one. Imagine when we get Bloodborne. What the fuck? Excuse me. Is Bloodborne 2? How is that going to be released? Is that going to be cross-platform? I imagine. And stuck to his word. Okay. Okay.
Sony, fuck me over, Sony.
Oh my god, dude. This one got 41K.
Fuck you, Sony!
So he wasn't faking it then? Okay. Saw through the GPU portion.
Oh, shit.
If he really hates NVIDIA, and if he really hates AMD, For AMD, he's gonna also want to saw through the CPU, but saw through the GPU. Get internal specs on where everything is and saw through the GPU first. No, man. No, man, you're supposed to saw the spider logo out. You got to be like a fine line, like it right along the line. Can't miss that shit. This is what's called half-assing it. Did his saw get stuck? How did your saw get stuck? What the hell?
Man, fuck that. Break it.
Break it. Oh, now we can see some. Now we can see some internals. Okay, is that the GPU right over here? Is the GPU right here? Is that, or is it just the cooling unit? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Matter because the last thing they need is someone like you who has a GED who stacks boxes for a living, telling them how to run a multi-billion or trillion-dollar corporation.
Hey! Packers in Washington, Vancouver, a lot of them get $18 an hour.
Maybe what you should do is actually close your account, because the last thing you need is someone like me putting a spotlight on you to show how stupid you are on the internet.
Where's my other sweet and sour sauce? Fucking McDonald's fucked me over. This mother.
Hardcore
Oh, there it
Metal
is.
89.
Anyway.
The betrayal. Sad emoji. Oh, slay. Oh, slay.
He's just a troll. This person's
We
a
got
troll.
the whole slate. It's coming to
Hold on.
PC.
It will never appear on Xbox or PC. It is a permanent PS4 exclusive publisher by Sony Interactive Entertainment. That's a bait. That's a bait. Who Insomniac Games? Why do they bait people like that?
Oh, slate.
Insomniac Games.
We got the whole slate. It's coming to PC. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, give me the whole slate. We got the whole.
You know what a
slate
tweet is
coming to
asking
PC.
for? No, this is what that means.
You're exclusive.
I will
You're
explain.
exclusive. You're exclusive. It's all my.
So Insomniac Games. Now I'm thinking. Now my mind's really thinking. Okay, so this is what they're doing. They're marketing. They're putting that shit out there so they can sell their game to other platforms. That's what they're doing. They're promoting their game to other platforms. They don't want exclusivity. They want their game cross-platform.
It's all mine. It's coming to PC.
Sell their game and make more money.
Ladies and gentlemen, it could not be a PlayStation fanboy
Games.
meltdown without, of course, the amazing Lucas. The amazing Lucas says, "Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the gifts we are about to receive. As PlayStation owners during this state of play, may you have mercy on all the Xbox owners, as they have nothing to play and will watch with envy and gnashing of teeth. Amen." Boy. This is gonna be something. The copium then continues even further, saying, "Even though PC gaming peasants don't deserve Spider-Man, I'm excited for the mods that will come from these."
PC gaming peasants, dude, they're fucking kings. If you got a $5,000 PC, you're a fucking king. Fucking peasant my
corpulent
ass.
miscreants.
Even the low-end PC gamers are still going to be doing equal or better than console hardware. But of course, I make sure I separate it because consoles are not meant to compete with PCs. They're meant to be affordable for people that can't afford high-end PCs. So, I don't want to mock
You know what
console
I find
gamers.
funny? Is you made this tweet after the state of play. Shall we show the 5 stages of grief that you went through as you found this out? Yeah, I think we will.
Apparently so. Damn Sims.
Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Lucas. You know what's coming. You know what they're doing. Oh, yeah.
Wait, what are they
Yeah.
showing me?
You know what they're showing you, boy.
What are they showing me?
Come on, give me that chocolate bussy.
What is happening right now?
You know what's happening.
Time to bring back the
This better not be what I think it's gonna be.
Oh, it's exactly what you think it is. Let those gears turn.
They're gonna show it. Coming to PC.
Oh my god! Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! Are you fucking serious?
Yes!
Are you
Yes!
fucking serious?
Yes!
Yo, fuck PlayStation. Fuck
Yes!
this nonsense.
Yes!
You're bringing that shit to PC?
Yes, we
you
are.
Fucking serious?
Yes, they
What?
are. Yes.
Yo, what?
Yes.
What the fuck is this? Fuck the stream, bro. We're
Beautiful.
About to end this stream.
End it.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're bringing
Oh,
it to PC.
you're so mad.
What the fuck? Why the fuck do I have my PlayStation then?
Why
You
do
know
you
why?
have it?
You know why it's on PC? Because people that buy high-end PCs that put fucking awesome fucking hardware in it, they want to play your PlayStation game in better quality. And they have that right. Anyway.
I know that one. I know that one was
They
good.
play
Wasn't it?
better,
it was
higher
super good.
DPS.
That one crawled down the back of my throat.
4K.
Hit that medulla oblongata. Oh god, it was just. But there's more. Oh, there's still more. Mark Tech 1996 says there are people who make fun of PS players because Spider-Man is coming to PC after 4 years. Meanwhile, Microsoft is
We had to
losing
wait 4
exclusives
years.
after 6 months. I don't care at all about Tunic. I tried playing it through Game Pass and was bored out of my mind. But
Tunic?
it's still
What?
hilarious.
You shitting on Tunic? You son of a bitch. I have yet to finish
Ladies and
Tunic
gentlemen,
myself, actually.
The grade A coping that is seen here. You have to hand off this L that's been given to you such a massive way that you have been gaped from ear to ear.
The
from state
amazing
to state.
cacas.
The only way you can actually cope with it in any
God.
conceivable way is by talking about Tunic coming to PlayStation, an indie game that was on Game Pass. My,
That's interesting.
how many have fallen so low?
I got Tunic on Steam.
How many have fallen so low? RRAM Novid says, honestly, at PlayStation, why are y'all giving exclusives to PC? It honestly ruins the exclusivity of everything. First, you guys
Oh,
gave
he
God
calls
of War
them
to
the
PC,
amazing
and now
cacas.
Spider-Man? Need I remind you guys how you also lost Crash
Amazing
Bandicoot to
cacas.
Microsoft? Please quit giving exclusives to PC.
You know what? Go ahead and pour me a little bit of a full glass of that rum.
Bert,
No ice, no ice.
Bert, no.
Hey, I can handle it.
What I find the best
Give that
The
banana
best.
some rum, please.
out of this is right here. People Novid mentioned only can reply. You knew that back was gonna get blown out. And here I am. Just not even going like this. Just straight up, just punching it. I'm just punching it. I'm just gonna boom! Blowing you out, boy, because you have got to be the saltiest, most cringiest young man who's mad about my exclusives that I've ever seen on this app. Oh, this has been so good. Ah, so good. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this one was about a little bit longer than I usually do, but I had to find the most juiciest, pungent, delicious pieces of salt that I had to find. Refine them, curate them, bring them down to a boil, then reduce them, and then provide them to you wholesale for you to inject directly into your body, because I know how good this all must feel. But let's be true about this whole thing, shall we? Games are going to be coming to PC. PC is a neutral marketplace, truly, is what it is. You do not have to feel threatened because games are going to PC. Your console still has value, whether you want to think of it having value or not, which is totally strange. It's just a plastic box that plays games.
Presumably.
But the only value an item gives you is the value that you have decided that it actually has. If you only
Excuse me. PCs have been around longer.
perceive value on a console because it has exclusives, you are not perceiving the proper value of that actual console or device. Because truly, the only thing you care about is that other people cannot play these games unless they also pay the ticket price that you paid. You see, you don't care about value. You only truly care about showing that you actually made the right decision in your monetary budgeting
I'm doing this as
concerns.
just talking about
you
that.
actually want to show people that you're not an idiot because you bought the right plastic box, the one that has the exclusives. Well, now you are an idiot. It's just for everyone to see. Because the only thing that you have is a plastic box whose games are also on the PC. So you can't hide behind that anymore. You have to find some new way around it.
Excuse me.
And truly, there is no new way around it. So the only thing you should truly value is the fact that you are getting enjoyment from that plastic box. But wait, you don't get enjoyment from the video games. You get enjoyment from being on Twitter, which is where I come in. And that, my friends, is where my almost 30,000 subscribers get their enjoyment. From your salty, miscreant tweets. Now, I truly hope you learned this lesson, but we know you didn't, because I'll see you next week. Now, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's video, subscribe, because we are nearing 27,000 subs, and I know last week was not the best in terms of content. Everybody was sick in my house, including me for a little bit.
Being a content creator is difficult.
Congratulations.
So I do give my respects for anyone in general.
Check. Spider-Man themed PlayStation 4, check. Portrait mode, check. Unfathomable amounts of salt, check. Oh, we're in for a classic.
This puts in the context to that video then.
To all you pee-pee dick suckers, man, congratulations.
Well, actually, we didn't have to suck any pee-pee to get these games. That's what you guys did. But it's not entirely a bad thing, don't get me wrong. If you guys weren't pee-pee sucking Sony and supporting all their products, they would have never had funding for the PC port. So we should actually be congratulating you. You guys are helping Sony expand their market. Give yourselves a pat on the back. If it wasn't for you buying that stupid PlayStation hat, if it wasn't for you buying every single Spider-Man themed PlayStation 4, none of this would have been possible. God, I feel like I've contributed nothing and got everything.
Make sure you add this on. Make sure you make it the most wish-listed game on Steam. Make sure you leave a positive. You know, Sony, keep bringing them up. You know, you motherfuckers just leave good reviews. Add it to your wish list. You know,
I don't know, that's a lot of work for someone who's gonna pirate the game, so I'm good. I don't really give two shits about how good this game does on PC. I only give a shit about how much it hurts you.
and the dudes that do buy the game, they buy it, they run a benchmark for their channel, and then they delete. Man, you guys ain't even.
Well, to be fair, most PlayStation games are only good for benchmarking when it comes to the PC. Either way, I'm pretty sure Jim Ryan doesn't give a shit about what people do with their copy of Spider-Man. He just wants the cash.
But you about to get a good game, and I just want to wish you and all the people that work at Nvidia and AMD a congratulations.
Oh, come on, Blaze. There's no need for such a passive-aggressive tone. I mean, yeah, without a doubt, this game's gonna look 10 times better on Nvidia and AMD GPUs, but you still have your cute little console version. I mean, look at it this way. PC gamers may be able to mod it. They'll be playing with actual legit ray tracing and better frame rates and better resolutions, but no.
What does he think? What does this guy, the guy who sawed his PlayStation in half, not really in half, but he sawed off the front top. Excuse me. What do you think kind of GPU is in the PlayStation 5 or 4? What does he think? What the fuck does he think is inside it?
None of us have the grand privilege of playing it on
Okay,
a
that was a
Spider-Man
PlayStation
themed
4, right?
PlayStation 4.
For another great game that you stolen.
Was
Now
it
that's
a
just
was it
plain
a
unfair.
AMD
We haven't stolen
processor
anything. We
or
still
a
have to
GPU?
wait till August
It's
for
still
that.
processor and GPU anyway, but
For another
AMD.
game that you stolen.
Okay. All right, so AMD has a GPU in the PlayStation 4.
My console.
This is the problem. This is why consoles are in the low affordable market. They don't expect people to understand what's actually in the console. They just want to buy something that can play their favorite games.
Boy,
So when he said fuck Nvidia and fuck AMD,
I mean that.
he was basically
fast.
saying fuck me in my own ass because I bought a PlayStation 4 with an AMD GPU in it.
You jumped up a notch. You did.
Really, Blaze? Are you really gonna
my
wake
God.
up the wife and the kids over a PC port? What is wrong with you? The only time you should wake your family up screaming is if someone's breaking through your house to jack your PlayStation. Wife's gonna come busting through the door saying, "What happened?" holding a shotgun in her hand. And Blaze is gonna turn around saying, "You won't believe this shit. Spider-Man's coming to PC, honey." And that's probably my best guess as to why he ended the video right there so abruptly. The man was on the verge of tears, all right? I don't think he wants anybody to see him in such a state, but I feel his pain. I know exactly why he's upset. Wasn't too long ago that Blaze 4K promised he would saw his PlayStation 4 in half if God of War came to PC.
I swear to God on my children, I will get that console. And not because I'm, I don't want to be super, but I'm going to cut that console in half.
What? With like a...
So it really is the hypocrisy of it. Like, they literally don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're making arguments that are contrary to their purchase choices. Literally saying fuck you to AMD and fucking Nvidia when they have a fucking AMD fucking GPUs in their fucking PlayStation 4s.
Saw?
That is
Yeah,
insane.
like a Sawzall. Yeah, I'm gonna announce to the world that I'm officially a PC gamer.
Wow.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Context is given. He should have used the
Spider-Man
chainsaw.
came to PC, so that means he's got to saw 2 PS4s in half. We're looking at around $800 down the drain. Why would you do this to him, Sony? Well, there ain't no going back now, Blaze.
Yeah,
you
fuck
did
you,
swear your
Sony.
children upon it, so I highly expect you to put out a video in the next few days, grabbing your Spider-Man themed PS4 and your regular PS4 and sawing both of them in half if you can. Don't hurt yourself more than you already have. And I'm sorry
We
to
saw
tell you, but
one.
there's no Spider-Man themed PCs, so you should have thought twice about what you were saying. I guess for every single PC port, a PlayStation
We only saw him do one.
fanboy out there is gonna have to saw his PS4 in half. These guys are basically
on.
burning their Nike shoes to protest, and Jim Ryan is laughing his ass on the way
Hold
to
on.
the
Video is at 9:20. You talking about her? The one with the glasses?
bank. Unmoved because he knows you're still gonna buy like 5 PlayStations later on. These goddamn ponies are so incompetent when it comes to the concept of protest. Now, he did give us a fat dose of salt that left my tongue pretty numb, but it isn't even close to how concentrated the next dose I'm about to give you is.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Because Hall of Famer, PlayStation fanboy, the amazing Lucas decided he wanted to live stream the state of play to rub it in the face of all the Xbots. He went in there fully hyped like he was gonna have ammo for the console wars. You could hear the blood rushing to his dick, only for the PC port announcement of Spider-Man to quickly kill all of his enthusiasm. And my god, it's art. It is absolutely 100% art.
Let's mute this real quick. It's about to go down, all right? Xbox about to be hella mad right now. They about to be hella mad, bruh. Bruh, they about to be hella mad, bruh. Xbox about to be hella mad right now.
Let him have his fun.
Poor Xbox, man. Can we make a prayer for Xbox? Dear Heavenly Father, please pray for Xbox so that the suicide prevention hotline does not get overwhelmed.
They both have AMD processors too, right? Last I checked. It's like literally Xbox and PlayStation, they're the same systems essentially, the same hardware. It's so bad. It's like, wow.
This evening, please, Lord.
Wow.
They mean well. It's not their fault that they have no games. It's not their fault they have no
Just let him talk. Just let him talk, all right? He has absolutely no idea what's about to happen to him.
It was nonsense.
sacrificing so much and if you want to change the world,
Let's go!
you have to be the kind of man.
Lucas was clearly not paying any sort of attention. They explicitly said a fan favorite is coming to PC. So the minute he sees Spider-Man on screen, he seems to think he's about to get some sort of sequel.
And here we go.
Wait, what are they doing? What are they showing me?
Oh God.
Wait, what are they showing me? What are they showing me?
No.
What is happening right now?
For help next time.
Time to bring back the
This better not be what I think it's gonna be.
Wow. This is crazy.
Oh my God! Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here! Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?
Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness.
Not the South Park. Oh no.
I watched this live on
This is when the
screen,
kid
but
ate
no
his
matter
parents.
How many times I watch it, it doesn't stop being
That's
so
terrible.
goddamn funny. Lucas legit walked into Jim Ryan's room with a heart erection only to find a PC gamer in bed. After all that massive shit talking he did at the very beginning of the stream, only for this to be the outcome. I don't care if you don't play on Xbox or PC, even if you're a PlayStation guy, there is no way in hell you don't find this funny as fuck.
Yo, fuck PlayStation. Fuck this nonsense. You're bringing that shit to PC? Are you fucking serious? What? Yo, what? What the fuck is this? Fuck this stream, bro. We're about to end this stream.
Oh, they put the Chad guy up there. Oh my God, really?
How in the world do you go from this about to be hype, Xbox about to be mad, they gonna be hella mad, bruh, to wanting to quickly close the stream out of pure frustration and anger? And the best part is Lucas wasn't baited into jack shit. His ADHD simply wouldn't allow him to pay attention to the fact that they said it was a fan favorite coming to PC at the very beginning. And now basically every other thing they're going to show him at this event means absolutely nothing. That announcement killed every single bit of hype he had in his bones and served no purpose other than to worsen his autism. If this announcement
Oh,
is
it's
enough
worse than
to
his
get him to
autism.
wanna
Oh my
end the
God.
stream, I'm wondering if all the exclusives coming to PC will cause him to end his life, because I've never seen a grown man cope this much over a video game. The fact that people like this are able to breed really concerns me. You really wish grown-ass adults would have this type of energy towards their taxes or each BS regulation their government passes, but nope. All that energy is reserved for console wars and plastic boxes. People died on the actual battlefield in order for him to die on the console war battlefield.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're bringing it to PC. What the fuck? Why the fuck do I have my PlayStation then?
Cause you're a goddamn cuck, Luke.
And then he'd have like a friend like sitting right next to him. Damn, that looks really good on PC.
Is that's why. We're no longer gonna call you the amazing Lucas or even the amazing Doofus. You are the amazing Cuckus. You're asking yourself, why do I even have a PS5? Why weren't you asking yourself that about a year and a half ago when Jim Ryan said there's a whole slate of PlayStation exclusives coming to PC? I don't even know why you're upset since you gotta play it first. I mean, PlayStation fanboys brag on a daily basis about, well, yeah, you may get the games, but we get to play them first. If this is going to be your reaction while you say bullshit like that, then I cannot wait for all future arguments because I know none of you mean them.
Yeah, there it was, the amazing Cuckus.
We get to play it on a controller with dildo features. Or we get to play it on disc. Our version is utilizing the
Hell of a wording,
SSD.
man.
At some point, the ponies are just gonna have to roll over and submit to their masters. Us, the PC master race. We steal every single game you guys have, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Okay, now still console games are better scored for a reason. They are better products, generally speaking. PC games are hard to do, but PC games are gonna be able. You're gonna get the max resolutions, whatever you need from hardware. You're gonna get it from PC. Unfortunately, for the console guys.
Your exclusives are mine, and I have no intention of playing them. That's the best part.
I understand that it's been years, but that's not the fucking point. The point is that y'all said it was not coming to PC. Y'all said it wasn't coming to Xbox. What the what?
Yeah. Funny how words can be so open to interpretation.
Well said.
No, Sony never said it wasn't coming to PC. Insomniac said that, so if you're upset at anybody, it should be Insomniac.
Right, there you
Sony
go.
says a bunch of BS. Holding Sony
Sony can't control these game companies, these publishers.
accountable for what they said is like trying to hold goddamn Joe Biden accountable for what he said. It's not gonna happen. It's futile. Sony chases the money, not your love, not your attention. I know it sounds pretty harsh. They're just not that into you, Lucas. They weren't gonna hold Spider-Man exclusive.
It just happens
for
to
you.
be
What made you think
common
that was gonna
sense.
happen?
Bro, I was like, hold up. I know they're not bro.
Get that cat,
Get out of
though.
here. Shut the up, everyone in the chat. Shut the up.
You're
I
gonna
don't
tell
wanna
the
hear
fuck the
stupid
PC
nonsense.
guy to fuck off too?
What was that?
Shut the up, chat. Stop it. You're gonna make me cry. And mind you, Lucas has a massive following of PlayStation fanboys, so the fact that even they are trashing him in the chat and roasting his ass is amazing. Like I said, it's impossible
Damn.
not to find this funny.
Fatality.
The amazing cuckus is that one fanboy that unites all fanboys. He is the messiah of the console wars.
Are you f***ing serious? Why not just have it on like your own Game Pass thing if you're gonna do that?
All that goddamn copium has done a lot of damage to his brain. How did he forget that Spider-Man is already on PS Now? All Sony's doing is now giving PC gamers an actual port that they can charge them
And you don't hear PC gamers necessarily complain about having to wait for ports for a lot of these games. No reason to be a bitch.
full price for. Because, you know, it's Sony.
August this year, it's coming to PC. Bruh.
It's 404k subs.
Unbelievable.
Really?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, you better
4K
start
subs.
believing it, honestly. It'll do you some good for your
Ow.
mental health anyway. You've been deteriorating
Damn.
terribly over the years, Lucas. And now here's a good chance for you to turn your life around. Who am I kidding? You're gonna stick with PlayStation and still whine every single year when the same shit happens. Although this time around, it's the saltiest I have ever seen you. Like, legit. I've never seen Lucas this angry.
Excuse
It's
me.
so bad his own audience couldn't
I
help
guess it's last of the fanboys,
but
apparently.
get in on it.
Gotta be
Higher can download.
My God, is he still going on?
Come out. It
next,
came out. Oh
3
damn! It
games
came out in
that will get your heart racing.
2018. Y'all waited 4 years for it to come out to PC.
Ah, I knew you would do this. I knew you would do this. Well, I knew you'd do it because I watched it live on stream, but I saw any PlayStation fanboy doing this not from a mile away, but from across the entire planet. Lucas is grasping at whatever he can, desperate to salvage whatever's left of his pride. And it's pathetic, not gonna lie. It's wow. Oof. He really feels like this is the ultimate gotcha. Sometimes it's just best not to have the last laugh, Lucas, because nobody will laugh with you.
4 years for a game? Y'all waited 4 years to come out to PC instead of getting a fucking PS4 or PS5. That's
Well, in between, you can only imagine what PC gamers were doing. I mean, Final Fantasy exists, you know. Some people play WoW. I play Genshin Impact.
wild, bruh.
He normally has political debates, and every now and then he uploads gaming content. Huh. I'd be curious about his politics.
Take a look at.
No, Lucas, what's wild is how upset you are about this 4-year-old.
I mean, personally, I'm mostly financially conservative, and then I'm socially libertarian of sorts, and that's by choice. With the world that we live in, I have chosen to be liberally, well, not liberally, but socially libertarian.
Game, all right? You're trying your hardest to play it off, but you're not convincing anyone. Your outrage is documented. It's live on your stream. We all watched it. Maybe you really would have been better off just ending the stream like you said you were going to.
Although, to be honest with you, that's a smart move. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a smart-ass move.
Even before you start. That was a preemptive shh. Just
So
so I have a whole bag of shh
No sh-
with your
no
name
sh-
on it.
Zip it, Lucas. Stop, all right? You cannot turn this in your favor after everything we just saw. You're not gonna convince us, and you're not going to convince yourself either. It's for your own good. Accept it and end the stream.
Because Spider-Man 2 is coming out. That's your old life. And them releasing God of War, on the PC, it actually caused PlayStation 5 sales to actually skyrocket.
This is no longer coping. I think we're witnessing a mental breakdown. He says this is going to cause PS5 sales to skyrocket, yet earlier in the stream he asked himself, why do I have a PS5?
And then Spider-Man 2 is gonna be coming out next year. That's smart. That's like a drug dealer. That's drug dealer.
I don't know. It kind of seems like someone's paying him, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem like he's saying this shit because he's being paid? Why else would he truly say such stupid shit?
No, trust me, Lucas, as a drug dealer myself, that is not drug dealer smart whatsoever.
It's like anytime I hear someone that like tries to like promote something like that, like this game is going to be this or this game is that, or and they do it like excessively. It's like, who's paying you to say this?
Move you want to make to sell console units. That's the move you want to make to sell services. Once again, Sony is following in
There's a rabbit hole going
footsteps,
deeper.
and I'm following Heisenberg's.
With that link.
Anyways, that's smart for PlayStation. I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate. That's pretty smart for PlayStation, bro. That's pretty smart for PlayStation.
Yeah, about that, Lucas, it's a little too late, don't you think? After multiple F Sony, F you, F Sony. Why would you do this? Why do I have a PS5? What is wrong with Sony? Now you're saying you're not gonna hate on it. My God, I think we've watched you go through the 5 stages of grief. This is absolute insanity.
I don't think he's hireable. I don't think he would make it in the free market. I don't think so. This Lucas is obviously a toxic employee. I think YouTube is the only place for him.
How is it possible for someone to lack total self-awareness?
I would not want to like go into like a McDonald's drive-through and this guy be like, you know, the person on the mic or taking my order. I don't think so.
No, legit, how is it possible? A person in a vegetative state is more self-aware than Lucas.
These mofos are like, wait, they've been playing this on day one?
As a mental...
I don't want to wait.
Whoa. A mental breakdown over Starfield. Okay. What does Lucas, what does he think of, or Kakis, what does he think of, because everyone knows I hate Star Citizen. Like, what does he think about Star Citizen?
4 years to play the sequel.
Makes sense that there would.
Since Starfield is supposed to be the Star Citizen killer, I would argue that Star Citizen killed itself. But anyway.
Most of them.
Says who?
All of them?
Says who? All right, everybody, raise your hand if all these PlayStation games coming to PC makes you want to buy a PlayStation.
Makes one. Let's see here. Okay, Starfield breaks this pony's mind.
I would say this is racism, bruh. I would say this is racist. There ain't no way you could make the black guy look this bad, bruh. Yeah, his big ass lips make all. How you gonna have his lips reflecting like that? I'm thinking these fools are thinking, oh yes, I get to build finally a wiener that I can fly in. Oh, my dream has come true. Oh.
Is this actual shit that he said on a stream?
Oh, yes. When I say I have a mom and a father, that means they both don't have the same. They don't have the same equipment. When Xbox says they have a mom and a father, they mean they have a father and then they have a trans mom. That's what they mean. Because Bethesda's making it.
Hold on. How do I even interpret that? How?
Yeah, Bethesda making it. But I like Bethesda.
I can't even think. I can't even think about it. It's like it's like freaking overload. I can't even process it.
The Bethesda making the game. That's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited because character customization.
Frit is bad. Frit is bad. He's so bad.
Character customization. K. Cole says Frittingen friend.
He's trying to call him.
Tonga, I guess, for Tonga players is trying to call you. He has a hefty hate wood for you.
Yeah, and he actually said that.
I don't know who the that person is for Tonga, whatever. Please don't call in now.
This is so bad.
Please don't call in now, because you're going to get embarrassed. 754, you're on the line.
Okay.
What do you think?
Answer Daddy Fritz.
Are you excited?
I'm sorry, Top Hats. I almost forgot. Before I even start the video, I just want to let everybody know that apparently I'm in a video game.
I'll fight for our rights, and then you'll come begging me, oh, let me join the glorious union, please, sir. And I will say, screw you, class traitor, dirty bourgeois.
That hideous voice you're hearing is yours truly. And the name of the game is Born Punk, which is now available on Steam, made by a close friend of mine, who you all know as Top Hats and Champagne. Do yourself a favor, go and pick it up. It's a classic point-and-click adventure game with some absolutely hilarious and very creative writing. What do you mean you don't have any money? Well, fine, wish list it at the very least. Anyways, and just when I thought the Spider-Man PC port was enough to break the ponies, along comes...
As long as he's better than Ludwig's gaming commercial. That was fucking horrible, dude.
Starfield to
Like, Ludwig, I don't know how that person's a content creator. That fucking gaming commercial was horrible.
permanently handicap them,
So bad.
which is a big problem because my taxes are gonna shoot up from all the government assistance that's gonna be coming their way. So thanks, Todd. Thanks, Phil.
Gaming.
Look, I know why you guys came back. All the other salt dealers gave you shit that didn't put you in the hospital. So here you are to get the best of the best. Unfortunately, you came to the right place because only Daddy Frit has the liver capable of handling videos like this.
It's the hardest working liver in the galaxy, Morty.
At this point, I think Microsoft may be legally obligated to put a viewer discretion is advised at the bottom right corner of every single presentation in the near future. They have absolutely no idea what type of damage they cause. So our golden boy, the legendary PlayStation fanboy.
So that's Lucas right there. Papa Frit. The amazing Lucas. Be amazing. O.M. goodness. Huh.
The amazing Cuckus was unfortunate enough for me to have caught wind of his live stream, which in all honesty was far more entertaining than the Xbox Bethesda showcase itself. Don't get me wrong, God Howard, 1,000 planets, yeah, that sounds nice and all, but 1,000 rants from the amazing
1,000
Lucas,
rants,
you just can't compete with it, because long after the showcase was over, Lucas got
You know the saying, death by 1,000 paper cuts?
hung up on Starfield for over 3 hours, putting even King Thrash to shame. And the best part was Lucas was well aware that I had 1,300 people watching him live on my end, further triggering some of the craziest rants you will ever hear from a pony. Not even the Spider-Man PC port salt can compare to this.
The look and layout.
That's cool. Now this is cool, but this is gimmicky. This is gimmicky, right?
I have to say, it's so cool. We just absolutely love this.
How's it wait, whoa, what's the context? What does he mean gimmicky? Shit was absolutely hilarious.
It's cool though, but that's... Unless you're buying this game to customize your spaceship and character. I wouldn't be getting this game to customize a spaceship.
Is he a Star Citizen fanboy? I would be very curious. Just by that, look, anyone I know that makes fun of Starfield is a Star Citizen fanboy or girl, and they're like they put thousands into Star Citizen and they defend it to the death.
Character, right? That doesn't make sense to me. I begin this game to play.
It's a very good you allow Rita to eat with you in the same place.
Why would you buy this game for the gameplay features it has? That doesn't make any logical sense. Why would I buy Spider-Man for swinging? Swinging is gimmicky. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you buy a racing game to
Dude, Star Citizen, you can't do that kind of customization. Just from what I saw right there.
Customize the cars. What logic
Them
does
Sony
that make?
ponies.
Obviously, people don't buy
I think
Bethesda
he would love Star Citizen.
games to customize their characters. That has never been a core feature.
Just like I think he'd love to smell his own farts.
Games, they need to take notes from PlayStation and give players less choice.
Medusa.
I don't know. This seemed to be pretty anti-climax.
Climactic.
See that door right there? One marked pirate. You think a pirate lives in there?
Pirate. Oh my god.
I see a door marked private. Is that the door you're talking about?
What is it called? I'm losing my train of thought. Anticlimactic. What is it? I can't think of the word.
Climactic.
Today, Junior.
Climactic.
Can't think of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue.
My lips is terrible.
I am smart.
That's a word I
I'm
can say.
self-smart,
Anticlimactic.
basically by myself.
Well, I was unaware you had a train of thought, Lucas.
If it
I thought your
was,
mouth just
he.
fired off as
If it
randomly
was
as
or
your
wasn't,
brain neurons
I'll
do.
tell you what. If it was or wasn't, he sure did prove just that.
I do believe
Definitely
the word you're looking
anticlimactic.
for is anticlimactic. It's quite embarrassing your
Automatic, there
chat
you
has
go.
to bring up the word for you. Just like JTech and King Thrash, I have to correct you. What is it with PlayStation fanboys being so illiterate? I don't get it. The man is literally too stupid to describe how he's feeling. Do you see what I have to work with, ladies and gentlemen? Sitting through 5 minutes of it, yeah, it's not so bad because you're watching it through me. But imagine sitting through 4 hours of it.
So,
due to a lack
4
of words,
hours.
and I legit mean that. Lucas quickly found himself repeating the exact same points, asking,
Really?
what type of game is this? What's the gameplay? I don't get it. It's caught in space, right?
And then if you look at the gameplay, I'm like, what is this gameplay? You waited all this time to shoot bad guys on space.
Well, it's a space
What?
exploration RPG. If there was no combat in space whatsoever, we would have a big problem now, wouldn't we?
COD on space. COD on space. Didn't they already have?
Star Citizen would be Call of Duty in space, but it'd be the worst Call of Duty in space game ever made that hadn't been released yet. That made over $500 million.
Call of Duty on space? It's a shooter in space, bruh. That's what it is.
Well, Halo.
Be honest, yo. Be honest. Is anyone really impressed with it?
It's just like Dark Souls. It is just like Dark Souls. Just like Dark Souls.
Well,
God damn it, PewDiePie.
No, first off, COD is actually a competent shooter. Of all the things God Howard can create, a good shooter is not one of them. It just goes to show you that Lucas doesn't play games. He'll look at anything with a gun and call it a shooter by default. It'd be like calling GTA a first-person shooter because you can go in first-person mode and shoot. He can't identify.
You know, a lot of people are actually depending on Starfield for competition for Star Citizen because Star Citizen is such a godly awful game that hasn't been released yet that made over $500 million of money that it wishes to use for expanding solar systems without fixing the current bugs and glitches that are really kind of precondition of the game right now. But hey, so I'm kind of hoping for Starfield to be successful.
Character creation or base building or role playing
It suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome.
gameplay mechanics, but he can identify
God.
pew 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 as gameplay. And people tell me I'm wrong for trying to gatekeep video games.
Yo, chill, bruh. Goodness gracious.
Burger King.
Yo, chill, y'all, chill. Calm down. I opened the chat section. They just went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm.
Damn all 1,300 plus of you that were watching live. You just couldn't help yourselves, could you? You couldn't stay calm for 1 second. The minute he unlocked his live chat, you all went in there and started spamming Xbox is better, which was the catalyst that started sending the amazing Lucas off the deep end. This was the
I'm gonna be honest. You know, if I get that kind of attention, I'd enjoy it. Honestly, I love to be trolled. Gives me material.
turning
Because I love making fun of myself. Imagine what I can do to others.
point for the whole stream. Once the trolling
Oh my
began, Lucas
God.
lost his mind. So he decided to lock the chat to members only. So the
Why?
only people participating in his live stream were people who paid him money. Oh yeah, and his mods.
Why are you gay?
Absolutely depressing. But what happened next did you know good, Lucas?
Call-ins? Oh, do you want to have call-ins? I don't mind having call-ins.
And it's from this point on that the stream becomes an absolute disaster. Why did you do this to yourself, Lucas? What drove you into opening up the phone lines, but not the live chat? I don't get it. If they couldn't troll you in the live chat, they were bound to troll you in a live call. But nobody expected Lucas to get this triggered. And for those of you wondering, yes, I attempted to call him many times. At least over 40 times with 3 different numbers.
Damn, dude.
8201, you're on the line.
Hello? Huh?
Do you have anything else?
Huh? He didn't answer me.
You got a lot of stuff in the background going on. Are you?
That's me.
Are you working right now?
He's listening to my stream.
No, I'm at home.
Why does it
Lucas!
sound like you have,
Lucas!
like, 5 phones?
Lucas, that's me on the...
Oh my god, dude. It's so fucking trolling. Oh my god. Whichever one of his viewers gets in, and then he's streaming in the background, like, you just pop up the volume. Oh, I'm just watching Frit. He's saying hi.
Side, Lucas. Quit being a bitch and answer my call.
Oh no. Oh no.
Unfortunately,
no.
on Google phone, it'll show up who's calling. So no doubt he saw Fritanga and immediately thought to himself, oh hell no. Which is honestly quite rude, Lucas. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have gotten those extra super chats and those extra viewers. And your stream would have been 10 times more boring.
8201, you're on the line. What do you think?
Xbox better.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Xbox better.
Is that the only thing you can say, or do you have anything else? Is that the extent of your intellect?
I can say Xbox better.
Yeah.
Xbox better.
That makes sense. That
God.
You see, Lucas, this is why you shouldn't have disabled the chat. People were gonna figure out a way to say the words that really trigger you the most. You opened the floodgates of pure autism. That's your fault, all right?
That makes sense. That seems like an Xbox caller. Xbox better. Would you like to tell me why you believe it's better? Xbox better. I need to Photoshop this with the Xbox controller. Do you want to tell me why, though? Why are you hyped for this game? Xbox better. Okay, I get you. But why are you excited for this game? Xbox better. Do you want to tell? Do you want me? Do you know why? Can you say anything else? I don't know anything. Xbox better.
I kid you not. He repeats this exact same joke with the exact same image of disabled children he keeps saved on his computer for some reason throughout the entire stream. Each and every time somebody trolls him in a call, he brings up this picture and repeats the same joke. Well, I mean, I say joke when in reality it's nothing more than coping. He really thinks he got the upper hand. He thinks he got the last laugh, but everybody is mocking the shit out of him. Nothing is more cringe than watching a full 30-plus-year-old man act like a grade schooler with the insults. Yeah, you play Xbox, your mom probably has dick. You guys are gay. Gay. And you're like disabled children. Stupid.
5587. What do you got?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I just have one question for you today. Just calling in. I've been a fan for a while. I'm just wondering, why are you a bit of a cuckold?
What?
Question.
I don't even know
Honestly.
what that means.
Why, dude? Why did that person have to do it like that? Come across, very articulate, and then
Again, what is it with the PlayStation fanboys and illiteracy? Why is it always
saving
my
the
job
cuckle
to
for
teach them
last.
new words every single video?
Well, you're a bit of a cuck for Sony, you see.
Well, how am I a cook for Sony? I'm curious.
Well, that's real simple, Lucas. You just allow PC gamers to plow your games in bed as you sit there and watch, and pretend as if you enjoy it.
You're screwing our ex and then putting it in our face. Like, what are we gonna be salty about? Knock yourself out, have fun, by all means.
He hung up.
Listen. Now that I saw a shirt, the Burger King, women in the kitchen, gives me an idea.
Listen, let me just give you a heads up, guys. If you've never called into disagreement day, please don't call in now. Please don't call in now, because you're going to get embarrassed.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh yeah, no doubt, it is 100% embarrassing to be caught talking to Lucas. So I couldn't even imagine how humiliating it would be to know that your money was drafted from your bank account into his, just so you can have the grand privilege of chatting in his live streams.
754, you're on the line. What do you think? You excited?
Answer Daddy Fritz.
Are you excited? I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, don't lie to me, Lucas. Don't you dare lie to me. You were ducking me more than your literature exams. And for what? You can ask all the other ponies. I don't bite. I mean, yeah, a couple of them have permanent scars, but they can all reassure you it didn't come from my teeth. Alls I wanted to do was harvest a little bit of salt from your tear ducts. But no, Lucas' pride simply wouldn't allow it.
When needs you, you answer your goddamn phone.
Got a lot of angry Xbox players, bro. Why are they angry? Your game that you guys have been waiting for has come out. 360 graphics. Right? Oh my god, look at that. I would say this is racism, bro. I would say this is racism.
How is that racism? Oh no, not that episode. No, not that South Park episode. Oh no. Oh no.
I have absolutely no idea what it is about my name that triggered this man. No, I'm saying, oh, this is the part of the stream where it all went downhill. There's gonna be several moments of that. Whatever it was about my name made this man go on a rant about how Starfield is racist and Xbox is the console of white supremacists.
There's no way you can make the black guy look this bad, bro. All that horsepower you want to talk about, and this is how you make a black guy look? I say that's racism. How are you gonna make him look like he was made out of clay? Like he's just oily. Look at him. He got oil all over the place. Why is there so much
Oil? I mean, it's just light.
shine?
It's lighting.
Being oily has absolutely nothing to do with race, Lucas. Stop. However, taking notice of how oily men are may have something to do with sexuality.
Now, why is he not greasy?
There's lighting there too, but obviously not as much.
Why is he not greasy? Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, okay, Lucas.
Well, he's also in a darker environment.
Exactly why do you want there to be more oily and greasy men?
Look at this racism in Starfield already. Racism in Star.
Look at the lighting and what the lighting is supposed to be. What the hell? The other one didn't even. What the fuck? The other one was
his big ass lips.
The other one was a regular
Big
lit
ol-
room.
How you gonna have his lips?
Hold on, the fact that they can get the lighting that good is pretty good. Jesus.
Reflecting light like that.
For the love of God, Lucas, you're gonna get me terminated from YouTube. Stop! I'm not the one saying any of this messed up shit. Yeah, I'll be the one who gets in trouble for it, and I can't use my Mexican privileges either.
Look at him. He got oil all over the place. Why is there so much shine? He's greasy as hell. Greasy cheeks, greasy forehead. How you have a greasy brow, bruh? Greasy bridge of your nose? This man looks like he just finished a freaking bag of KFC and got all the grease off.
No, dude, he's fucking racist. What the fuck? I don't like throwing out that word, but oh my god, dude, Jesus.
All over his face.
He's one of these. See, this is why I do like Kanye West to a certain extent. He baits out these racial people. Oh my god, dude.
Somewhere out there, a black Bethesda employee sitting at their desk, banging their head against it.
I mean, if you're like looking at something and you say it's racist, you're thinking it's racial. You're thinking this is racial. You have racial mindset. Then you as a person you are racial.
Starfield has officially
The game
broken
is not
Lucas'
racist.
mind.
The person that thinks it's racial or racist is racial.
Yeah, the graphics
What
aren't
the
all
hell,
that
dude?
impressive, but they're not so hideous they could cause schizophrenia. What the hell happened to Lucas? Great, now Kotaku and IGN are gonna pick up on this and write actual articles talking about how Starfield is racist with its character creation. If they did it to Elden Ring, they'll most likely do it to Starfield. Thanks, Lucas.
Xbox is the console of white supremacists, I see. The console of white supremacists. Look, the console of white supremacists, bruh. That's what it seemed like.
Leave the pragmatic comments to Andrew Tate, please.
Need I remind you that the game isn't even out yet, and this is merely a glimpse into the amount of salt we will be getting once it does release. Dear Christ, Lucas, how is it possible for a game that's not even out to make you this salty? And if I'm correct, isn't the PS5 the white console and the Xbox the black console? I don't think white supremacists would be okay with that theme. And, how the hell did we get here? How did we go from Starfield to Xbox as the console of white supremacy? And why am I even bothering trying to debate it? I'm watching a man have a schizophrenic breakdown, and instead of helping him, I'm pointing.
All Lucas would have had to do is accept his call, been courteous, had agreements, had disagreements, respectfully in debate, respectful dialogue, and it'd be over. They'd both lose views. That's all they had to do. This gives both of them bumps.
And mocking. What's wrong with me?
803. You're on the line. What do you got? Were you excited?
Let's face it, no one watches Peace. No one wants that. My Little Pony.
What that is?
I literally called just to play the My Little Pony theme to him. Imagine sitting there hanging up on people thinking you got the upper hand when basically everybody's calling just to get a reaction out of you.
But you know, it is what it is. People are just very upset with expressing opinion. I don't know why.
Yes, excellent observation there, Lucas. The man ranting about Starfield being racist isn't the one who's upset. It's all the people calling to troll to get a kick out of it. You'd figure a man oozing with so much confidence would answer my phone call.
601, you're on the line. What are you excited for?
Yeah, I'm excited for Starfield. I also got to ask you, how's those third-degree burns doing when Griffin roasted your ass?
I don't think he roasted me, but we're all entitled to our opinion.
He roasted you.
We're all entitled to our opinion. Why are you excited for Starfield? Why are you excited for Starfield? Why are you excited for Starfield? I don't know what. He can't even tell me why he's excited for Starfield.
It'd be funny if it
I wonder why. I wonder why he was bashing the game. Even if that had anything to do with it at all. I mean, he was bashing the game, right? Like, that's in context to the certain extent that he was mocking the game and making fun of the game, calling it racist, all kinds of shit. And then he asks a stupid question to one of his callers, even if it's a troll caller. That's what he says.
so pathetic.
Starfield.
I'm
Why are you excited for
because it's
Starfield?
going-
Why are you excited for Starfield? I don't know what. He can't even tell me why he's excited.
Severe self-awareness.
Funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck? I'll laugh anyway.
You know, at this point, Lucas has lost complete control over the stream. It would have been in his best interest to end it, but instead he chose to continue embarrassing and humiliating.
To anyone that watches this, all that had to be done was accepting the call. Even if you hate someone, accept their call. That's it. And then turn it into peaceful debate, and then it's over. Agree to disagree. Let both people say what they need to say and let it be done. That's all that had to be done.
Humiliating himself. Just being reminded of the name Griffin Gaming alone gives him PTSD. The man was too chicken shit to talk to Griffin one-on-one live, and so instead he decided to bring a group of friends into the live chat. And he still got decimated.
Hey Griffin, how are you doing, man?
Oh,
Hey man, how's it going?
Please
So
be
what are you
quiet.
gonna talk about? Like
Yeah.
seriously, I haven't been
Everybody,
watching your
here
stream.
Please be respectful. Hey Griffin,
I'm
what's
not
up, bro?
stealing your paid content.
Please
so
be
what's up?
respectful.
What is
Griffin,
the
what's
topic
up,
that
man?
you were
How you
roasting
doing,
me on earlier? I wasn't
Hey,
watching
what's
it.
up? Hey, what's up, man?
Coward.
He really expects to sit there, call the game racist, and then want people to have an honest discussion with him about Starfield. Yeah, that's not happening, Lucas. There could have been an honest discussion, but you instead decided to feed the trolls, and now you're facing the consequences. Now they want to eat your arm, they want a piece of your leg, and before you know it, they'll have your heart.
K. Cole says, Frittingen Fritanga, I guess. Fritanga Plays is trying to call you. He has a hefty hate wood for you.
Acknowledge me.
I don't
Nice
know
with the
who
Roman.
that person is, Fritanga, whatever. But all I know is a lot of people feed. I feed a lot of people, bruh. I feed a lot. I put a lot of food on the table. I mean, I feed a lot of families, bruh.
Ha! Joke's on you, I'm incapable of forming a family. Ha! All my ad revenue goes into drugs and my dogs. And don't get it twisted, I don't have a hefty wood for Lucas. There's absolutely nothing about this man that gets blood flowing to the head of the penis. Or in my case, my popsicle stick.
And I feed a lot of families, bruh. I remember who was it? Ackman was trying to say some stupid shit, and we saw what happened to him.
All right, I'm taking this guy out.
Settle down. What are you trying to say, Lucas? Are you saying you're gonna pull off a quantum on us? Is that what you're saying? You're gonna call our moms? You're gonna go to Granny Susan and tell her everything? You're gonna try and copyright strike us? You're gonna false flag us? Well, I'm legit terrified because the platform does have a tendency to side with homophobes who are minorities for some reason. But my name alone gives this man Quantum TV tendencies. Oh, he's thinking about it. You know he went to bed thinking to himself, if QTV could pull it off, I could pull it off too.
These are all of my detractors, bruh, when Lucas makes a video. All of my detractors when Lucas makes a video.
Hello, everybody. It's Darkside Phil.
You forgot the snort, Lucas. If you're gonna go on a DSP tangent, you forgot the snort. And again, why do you have pictures of children saved on your computer? What the hell's going on?
You're there with the children. I was like wondering if it's another racial statement from him.
All of my detractors when Lucas makes a video.
But yeah, I hope he does. I mean, obviously he would. Yeah. It's another valid point.
You know, they all happy and everything. Oh, look, Lucas made a video. Look how happy I am. Thank you, Lucas. I have content now. Oh, thank you, Lucas. I have content now because, you know, I'm not smart enough to come with my own content. But thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Hey, look at him.
Because it's easy.
I mean, this is about Starfield, so he's milking the Starfield content, right?
And it does a lot of damage.
Oh, god damn it. If only I could be as creative and unique as the amazing Lucas. Not gonna lie, being this stupid does take talent. There's just no way I could pull off something like that on my own. I'd be too humiliated and embarrassed. My god, this man is like a mix between J-Tech, Quantum TV, and DSP. The dude legit thinks his content is vastly more entertaining than the content made on him. This is the guy who thinks, oh my goodness, is one of the best catchphrases of all time. The dude sold a shirt of a tweet. I mean, I'll give him this. His hustle is a lot more impressive than mine. 99% of the time, my own audience steals the salt from me, and I never get paid.
Do you want some more? Oh, you're good? Okay. What about you, Ackman? Ackman? Oh, no, you're good? Okay. Anyone else? What about you, Griffin? Do you want a little more? Look at Griffin right here. Do you see Griffin? He mean mugging, bro. He big. Ooh. What about Fritanga? Whatever his name is. Hey, Fritty. Fritty, you want some food? Look at Fritty. Fritty eating. There you go, Fritty. There you go. You eat up. You're a big boy. Yes, you are. That's all right. No, absolutely. You can make a video. It's okay. No, absolutely. I don't mind. Yeah, I'm not even going to strike it. I don't even care. Absolutely not. No, absolutely. No, because I believe...
Okay, count that as a threat. I'm not even going to strike it.
Yeah, absolutely. Free speech. 100%.
Lucas has lost it. He's 100% pure sodium chloride. I can guarantee you these are the exact conversations he has with himself in the shower. Goddamn, Lucas. All you had to do was answer me. You could have said it to my face, but instead you said it to this little starving child. Look, I'm not a big fan of your passive-aggressive tone here. Look, I'm a nice guy. I believe in free speech. I'm not even gonna copyright strike you. A free speech absolutist doesn't even consider the thought, Lucas. I know you want to turn this into a dub, but the fact that people responding to your videos gets more views than the original ones themselves is a massive L. You've got that Wings of Redemption and DSP curse on your back. It's nothing to be proud of, and you trying to boast about it makes you look like a cuck. I don't even know why people like this don't ever take time to just sit there and think, why is it more popular to roast me than to like my content?
904, you're on the line. What are you excited for?
Yeah, I am excited for Starfield, but
Okay.
not for the reason people think.
All right. Why are you excited for Starfield?
So, you see, okay, so you know about the ship system where you can build your ship and everything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Very cool. I think that's
Oh.
very cool.
No, you just said it was gimmicky. You said it was gimmicky. What? What? He said it was gimmicky. See, that's what Frit was saying. Like, what is he doing with images? Fucking little children on his PC. And then right here, it's like, he said it was gimmicky.
Yes, I mean, it's one good side of there, but imagine this.
Okay.
You make this ship into a big wiener, yeah?
A big
so when
what?
you fly in the air, you see, you make it into like a wiener. No, hear me out. This is good.
This guy's a fucking professional. No, stay with me. It's gonna be this big wiener. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be freaking big. Now, come on, now. I'm going somewhere with this. So keep on listening. This big, giant Oscar Mayer wiener. And no, hold on. Now it gets better though, because we're gonna stick it in something. Now it's not gonna just be something normal or typical. This is gonna be special, something you're sticking into. Now I know it sounds amazing.
I don't know what's wrong with this.
But
How about another joke, Murray?
No, this.
Okay.
You make this ship into a big wiener, yeah?
A big
so when
what?
you fly in the air, you see, you make it into like a wiener.
What?
Hear me out. This is good.
No.
This is my favorite so far.
It's not. I don't know what's wrong with Wussy.
How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
In the words of QTV, Lucas has been thoroughly tickled. He's had enough of the jokes. Stop it. Stop trying to make this an entertaining stream. It's supposed to be boring, stale, and
Dude, if someone calls my stream and they make a joke like that, I'm fucking going with it, man. That is good money right there. That is good money. That's entertainment. That's
an echo
good.
chamber like usual. Y'all got to come in here and ruin it. Talking about how you're gonna make your spaceships look like wieners. At least let him finish the joke and say he was gonna fly it to Uranus.
What? Excuse me, I beg your pardon? No, listen, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Listen, hear me out. We're gonna turn the ship into a giant penis. I think we're good. I think that's all I want to hear of that conversation. That's what I'm thinking. These fools are thinking, oh yes, I get to build finally a wiener that I can fly in. Oh, my dream has come true.
So this is how so either stupid or how serious Lucas is. He took the joke literal. Like this is what the guy was actually thinking. Even though everyone else could tell with an IQ over 83 that he was joking. It was satirical. You could get the tone. You could get the hint. But he took it serious.
Oh, yes. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
lack of self-awareness is pretty bad. Okay, Emperor Palpatine.
Be honest with you,
Like if Palpatine was like, if Palpatine had an IQ of 83 or under, I mean Lucas, they could be like a match. Just like not like a match you light, but just a match, but it's burned out, and it's been burned out for 50 years and hasn't been used, and it's like all stale and moldy and shit. It's also wet.
I mean, it's not as sus as wanting all the male characters to be extra oily. That was a really strange demand on your part.
Far from intelligent.
Yeah, bro, right there. that's.
Is this
You know that's a
is this Trigger? You got Halo, and then you got Ninja Turtles.
man's hand, right? That's a dude's hand. Not that this.
That's a dude's hand. If that's a dude's hand, he's got some fucking amazing fucking feminine hands.
Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely. What goes on in white culture is white culture. Nothing wrong with that.
And I'm a super straight male, as they would say. Fucking crazy people. If that's a dude. He's got a nice feminine hand. It is what it is.
I bet the Xbox gamer was gay and paints his nails just like white people.
And a fan of Halo, and of course Ninja
My
Turtles
God,
too.
the only dude who was trying to have a good laugh with him ended up actually upsetting him.
609. Are you excited for Starfield? Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for it.
Why are you excited for Starfield?
Because my local GameStop's doing a special promo.
if we pre-order, we get to f your mom.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
lying, I'm watching
okay,
it a
okay.
second time. Still doesn't stop making it so goddamn funny. Call after call, nothing but roasts and getting memed on. There must have been a part of Lucas that enjoyed this, because I can't think of a single other reason why anybody would want to
Lucas isn't an ESFP, is he?
continue
Oh my
being
God.
humiliated this way. How in
TI
the
on
world
the
did you
low
get your
end.
back blown out by
Or TE, I
your
mean.
mom joke? Christ almighty.
That was actually pretty funny.
That's a fake laugh.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if I'd be that excited to fuck another dude's mom, but hey, to each his own. To each his own. But I prefer, you know, younger women.
Oh, he's gonna use that, isn't he? Oh God, got the Metal Gear Solid 2 going. Red flag. He's had pictures of little children. Now he's talking about young women.
And that's just me.
He says young women, and he didn't differentiate. You know, at least Andrew Tate says, you know, 18, 19. Lucas just did. He just said young women.
I prefer younger women.
Women mature around sexually around like what? Oh, 15, I don't know, 16, 15, 14.
Jesus Christ, Lucas.
Anyway.
It's a joke. You're not supposed to argue with a joke. You're not supposed to reason with it. It's a joke.
It's so
Don't
bad.
you understand how this works?
It's
And
so
also,
bad, dude.
MILF discrimination is not allowed on this channel. Here at Rectangle Plays, we love all our MILFs, and we show them gratitude. But just watching you sit there and convince yourself that that dude's actually the one that made himself look stupid, and you're the one who looks brilliant, is causing the ulcers in my stomach lining to burst. It's too much cringe for me to handle.
But I hope he knows that, you know, my mom is not trans, right?
I don't like where this is going.
I hope he knows that my mom isn't trans, right?
One of them is not like the other.
Oh God.
And that's
Yeah,
the
my
point.
mom is-
It's almost like a point, right? You got the Halo, you got the Ninja Turtles, you got the separation, then you got what he said, and then what he just said.
Isn't trans. I hope he knows that. Oh, maybe I should have told him. Yeah, my mom doesn't have a dick. Yeah, I'm sorry. You may be disappointed.
FBI should be knocking on his door any minute now.
You're not convincing anybody. You found that joke funny in the slightest, Lucas. I suggest you stop talking. I suggest you close the stream at this point. The Xbox gamers like the food.
His mother has a
Is
bigger
that
dick
supposed to
than
be an
him.
insult? That sounds pretty base to me. You're the only
Oh
one
my
sitting there who
God.
isn't food-pilled.
When
Oh
I
my
say I have a mom
God.
and a father, that means they both don't have the same they don't have the same equipment. When Xbox says they have a mom and a father, they mean they have you know, they have a father and then they have a trans mom. That's what they mean.
Oh, shut up, Lucas. You don't have any parents. You were left in a dumpster as a child.
I still
But Lord
don't-
knows
I
if you
still
had
can't
trans
even-
parents, it would have done you some good. You may have grown up with some manners and a basic vocabulary. Don't be jealous. Xbox guys have parents. I'll take you in. I'm not very good at it, but it's better than nothing.
509, you're on the line. Are you excited for Starfield?
Yes, I'm very excited for it.
Why are you excited for Starfield?
Because you know how the game is not even coming out till 2023, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, ponies like you are already getting butthurt over it.
How am I getting butthurt over this game?
He's like, oh
Right.
no.
This stream ended hours ago, and you are still sitting here getting pissed off over a game that's not even out yet.
So, but
just think about
what
when
you
it
just
comes
said doesn't
out.
make any sense.
At long last, our hero has arrived. The man who finally said what's been on our minds the entire stream. Lucas sat for 3 extra hours ranting about how the game is racist and for gay people. You cannot convince anyone you aren't salty.
Why am I butthurt? We'll get into that. Why am I butthurt over this game? What about?
Because it's racist, apparently.
Do you honestly believe that I think the game is racist?
You just said so.
Lucas! See, this
What
is why it
the
was best for
hell?
you to end the stream before you absolutely lost it. You went on a rant about the dumbest shit. We've seen that you're unable to take jokes, so nobody has any reason to believe you were joking. Now, here's the part of the stream that gets extremely cringe, and probably what we're gonna use to end it. Lucas can no longer keep his composure, so he starts asking this dude if he has a girlfriend and if he's a virgin, and criticizes his life choices. And honestly, I'm just gonna leave it unedited and let you listen to it, if your cringe tolerance can handle it, of course.
I'm 24. How about you?
You're 24. Okay. Take care, bro. Do you have a girlfriend?
Oh yes, I do. Yeah. What about you?
Oh,
wait,
you
no,
do
you
have a
said you
girlfriend.
already know.
How long have you known your girlfriend?
For like 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah.
Are you still a virgin?
Wait.
No, I lost that years ago.
You lost it.
What? Are you still a
lost it
virgin?
years ago?
I'm gonna say out there, if you are a man and you've been with a woman, in a relationship with a woman for 5 years and you're still a virgin,
Yeah. What about you?
Are you gonna marry your girlfriend, bro?
Yeah, she's amazing.
You're
a lot
you're
better
gonna
than
marry
you'll
her?
ever
You've
have.
been with her for 5 years. How many girlfriends have you had?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna, what the fuck?
Just her.
So you're gonna
Actually,
marry
no,
the
I've had-
first girl that you've ever been with?
Actually, no, I take that back. I had one in high school, but she was a cunt. So.
So you're gonna marry the first girlfriend. So the first one that you've been with. So you've only been with 2 women, and the first one took your
I
virginity.
love. You know what? You know what's the best part of this? I love how
Wait,
you're
hold
trying
on.
to.
You've been with 2 women
to
your
be about-
entire life, and one of them was a cunt who took your virginity. Is that what you're telling me?
No, the first one didn't take my virginity first off. But second, I
Oh,
love
so the
how
girl
you're
that you're
trying
with
to
took your
spin this back
virginity.
around to me.
Wait, so the girl that you're with took your virginity?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna marry the second girl you've ever been with?
Yeah. How many have you been
Okay.
with?
Okay. I've been with more than 2. Sorry. But I wish you the
Yeah.
best, bro. I wish you the best.
I wish
you
you
The
the best
sexless
too,
virgin.
Stay safe, bro. Holy. Woo wee, bro.
Stop throwing up all over the floor. I warned you, didn't I? If you couldn't handle it, step out. Oh yeah, that's right. This is a moving vehicle. Well, someone's gonna have to clean all this puke. I told you the cringe factor was something you should have considered. I have absolutely.
I guess after enough, he couldn't take it anymore, and he just started attacking callers just as for he could to get them first, I guess. Fuck them first before they fuck him in the ass first, I guess.
No idea how Lucas' mind works, but he basically steers the conversation towards whatever petty argument he feels he can win.
No, that sounds like that was probably late. Well, obviously, he stated later in the stream, and he was butthurt, and he's like, "I'm gonna get these fuckers before they get me." At this point, God forbid a normal caller comes in.
I bet this is a real young guy. Oh, 24? That's not that young. Well,
Well,
I bet he doesn't have a
It
girlfriend.
was kind of
Oh,
a normal guy,
Does,
sadly.
Oh, I bet he's never had sex. Oh, damn, he did. Oh, crap. He's marrying the only girl that's ever been his girlfriend. Loser, I win. And then he'll hang up on the person, flex to all 10 members in his live chat, and take a victory lap. The rest of the stream just can't compete with the previous highlights.
Yeah, it doesn't make any. It makes it really hard to feel bad for Lucas.
So this is where I'll basically end it. I didn't even get to brush on the many rants he had about PC gamers getting Spider-Man. Those deserve a video alone. I haven't presented you guys grains of salt. I've presented to you a glacier of pure salt floating upon the ocean. Go get it. There is a lot of goodies in this stream, and I'm sure a lot of people will have fun watching it. If this is just the tip of the iceberg of what's to come, imagine how much crazier and depraved the ponies will be when the game actually launches. Well, I know exactly where you guys are gonna be. Right here with your dirty ass hands open. Well, I'd say I gave you more than enough salt to keep you fed for, I don't know, 2 hours? And with that being said, I hope you'll like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to, and sadly, I'll be seeing you in the next video.
Africanga sucks ass.
What's with the Elden Ring stuff? What's going on with that? Well, that's funny that you gave one of the links about one of the Eldens too. I was like, what is with that stuff? Because
You guys look.
you know, I'm kind of gonna make some Elden folk a little bit crazy when I say God of War, you know, Ragnarok, I'm rooting for Game of the Year. Even though it doesn't really matter, but...
Do you have the same
Console.
as your boyfriend? Gay!
Oh, well, I am gay, but he's not my boyfriend, because I could do much better than him. Really? Then why don't you?
Lucas.
Hilarious. That's funny.
What's going on, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? It's your boy Porter Rock 77 with a quick hot take.
I don't know, with a little bullying, hopefully this might actually be your last take. Okay, sorry, maybe I'm coming off a little aggressive. My arm healed. And you know what that means? That means no more pain pills. So I'm quite agitated right now.
And yeah, you read the title. Xbox needs to get their itch together, bro. And you Xbox fans, y'all need to stop capping for the dumbest stuff on Xbox, bro. Because it's clear.
It is absolutely clear
that Xbox is not providing true competition. They're just not, man.
Is this what it's come down to? We have to start blaming
PlayStation. Or let me just... Sony, Microsoft. PlayStation, Xbox. Do you want Coca-Cola or do you want Pepsi? Except actually Coca-Cola and Pepsi, depending on the ingredients inside them, are probably a lot more different in comparison to the Xbox, PlayStation, and what's inside them. In fact, actually, Pepsi and Coca-Cola might be the worst thing to compare.
Microsoft for everything?
How about a napkin that's black and a napkin that's red?
Are you waking up every morning looking at
Or
the
white.
mirror and blaming that hairline on Phil Spencer?
Another Sony fanboy and content creator.
I mean, at least there's a lot more validity to that one, because I could totally see your hairline being the result of stress from Microsoft. But how in the world
Is
are you going to pit?
Hey, Mister, is Fritz, is he a libertarian? Do you know? Is he more of like a libertarian, like a free market guy? Type? I'm curious. Because he comes across as probably very libertarian, honestly.
The blame of Sony's shortcomings on consumers that don't even purchase or...
I have a lot of people I know. I don't have very many leftist friends. I wonder why that is, but I have a lot of libertarian friends.
own their products.
Actually, mostly libertarian, actually.
To blame it on weak competition, yet you're the one on your knees begging the Xbox guys to stop buying Xbox consoles. I know, call me crazy, but when the PlayStation guys are on their knees begging people to stop supporting Xbox because it's hurting PlayStation, that makes me think Microsoft must be doing something right. You don't get this type of salt or hairline from a weak competition.
Like, yeah, it feels like, it honestly feels like this is just a one console industry now.
But does it really feel that way for you? Because I don't think there's been a single day you haven't talked about Xbox.
So let me explain something to you guys, all right? All right, Nintendo's doing phenomenal. The Switch is selling outstanding. There is no doubt about it. But none of that impacts PlayStation. None of that puts Sony in a position where games might go exclusive to Nintendo, or a big third-party game might end up on Nintendo, even if it's timed exclusive, over PlayStation. They're just two different brackets. Right?
You know, the cool thing about Nintendo is that they actually, all their characters they made. They made all of their exclusive characters they made. It's all theirs. It's no like going to a publisher and make us a game, and then 10 years later the game has been so successful the publishers are like, we want this cross-platform now. Like, Nintendo doesn't have that problem because they own all their shit.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm a big fan of Nintendo. One of the few gaming companies that actually really kind of matter.
Xbox is the console that...
In terms of how they run things, like a really good company, really good structure.
That's doing that. Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Call of Duty, Hellblade. Those aren't the next big games you're going to play on.
Minus the ROMs and emulator stuff, I kind of stay away from that portion.
a handheld portable device like the Switch. Those are games you're either going to be playing on an Xbox or a PC, and you can try as hard as you want to
What do we
downplay
got
it.
here? Xbox Studios. Okay,
But that is some pretty serious competition.
Rare. We need
Sony
some
has-
Conkers. We need more Conkers, Rare.
No fear.
Even though Rare doesn't exist anymore. I'm so sad. Why is it even up there?
Regardless of how well Nintendo sells, they ain't worrying about Nintendo trying to capture the third-party market or take away big games, right?
Obviously they're not, because their concern is Microsoft. They are the corporation doing that to them. I can see you're trying your hardest to set up a narrative where Sony doesn't have competition that's doing any of these things to them, but they very much do. And it is by no means a weak strategy. Sony competes the hardest against Microsoft in the Western market, and Microsoft went out of their way to purchase the biggest Western publishers and developers. Obviously Nintendo would have never done that.
And then with Microsoft, Xbox, who really is the near peer competitor. You see how it is, man. Sony gives no goddamn. They have no competitor, bro. And because of that, they wildin', man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? Wait, so if you guys had a one night stand 30 years ago, and I don't know who my you could be my dad?
Forget the salt, this is 10 times more interesting. For years I thought Malcolm's father was J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys, but all along we finally found out the father who went to get bread and never came back. It's Puerto Rock. At long last, I finally have somebody to blame for this mistake. Just think about what this means for Malcolm's hairline in the future. And great, now I've made enemies with Puerto Rock for reintroducing him to his son. And you can try your hardest, Puerto, but you ain't gonna be able to blame this one on Microsoft. You're the one who pumped some autism into that woman, not Phil Spencer. Forget about the PlayStation 5 price hike. You have years of unpaid child support to catch up on with Malcolm. And do us a favor. With that money, get him a goddamn exhaust fan for his PC, will you?
When you look at everything holistically with PlayStation right now, right? They have great games, they got great talent, but they're in that high on life mode again, you know, like.
If high on life is supposed to be code for high off their asses on cocaine, then yeah, I agree with you. But that's as far as I'll go. Because at this point, I think Jim Ryan needs to seek rehab. There ain't no way in hell he thinks Returnal and Ratchet and Clank and Demon Souls are making anybody want to go and get a PlayStation 5.
Like what, coming off the PlayStation 2 and entering the PS3 where they just thought they could do the most and see how things go, they're back at that. Coming off the PlayStation 4, they're at their best, at their most successful, and now you see where they're towing the line, man.
PlayStation 2 is the highest selling console of all time. I mean, so, you know. Anyway.
I'm confused. Was that Microsoft's
PlayStation 2. They're a
fault back
PlayStation
then
5
as well?
now.
Is every single time Sony fumbled it supposed to be Microsoft's fault? Is them choosing to repeat history Microsoft's fault? Because I'm pretty sure Sony stepping it up near the end of the PS3 era was thanks to Microsoft giving them some heavy competition, wasn't it? We can blame Microsoft for all of Sony's shortcomings, but we can't give Microsoft any credit when Sony starts to do good.
I was on Persona's podcast about an hour ago, whatever.
Wait, you're friends with someone who calls themselves Persona?
Gay!
And we just bringing up points like, yo, we know more announced shows and movies from PlayStation than actual games from them.
Get what you fucking deserve!
I don't understand. How can you even be upset at Sony for this one? They've been selling you nothing but video games that are practically movies for about
Dude.
10 years now. And what did the PlayStation fanboys say as that content was dropping? Wouldn't it be great if Sony made a TV show or a movie out of these games? It was the next logical step for the billion-dollar corporation. What do you want them to do? I have absolutely no idea how you're going to pin the blame on Microsoft for that one. Sony was basically already making movies for your console. The only difference now is they completely took the control away from your hands, which is what I thought the ponies always wanted. Less gameplay, more cinematics, more graphics. They don't get more realistic than a TV show. And great, you know what this means now, right? It means we're gonna have a live-action rendition of Abby sexting scene from The Last of Us. That was traumatic enough in a simulated video game. My eyes don't need to be exposed to a realistic rendition of that. And there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to blame Microsoft for that. What, do you think Phil Spencer sitting on the director's chair going, yeah, work with me, baby, come on, Abby, full anal shot?
You know, we know supposedly a Days
Oh my
Gone movie,
God.
a Gravity Rush movie, The Last of Us TV show, Twisted Metal TV show, and stuff.
Trust me when I say that nobody watching ever wanted that.
You know, we're naming
I like that. I like that Fritz wrestling fan
There's
too.
content on shows and not enough content on games and stuff like that.
Hold on, let me get this straight, Puerto. You mean to tell me I thought the soul of the PS5 was in its...
Dude.
Him, do them push-ups. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rock, I'm the last f***ing person on Earth you should be telling Game Pass destroys.
Dude. Dude. Let's see. PlayStation fanboy loses mind. Wife reacts.
With a WrestleMania return possibly on the horizon and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John.
Raven
You're
admits to
watching
burning
the
bridges with
Wrestling
WWE.
Before we get into the
Barbed
rest of the
wire
video,
death
make sure you
match.
subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world. In his Money in the Bank contract for the U.S. title on Raw,
I will
Steve
say
Taylor
this.
reported that
I will say this. Freaking John Cena lost his cash in, so I don't think Theory losing his cash in hurts him. I don't think it hurts
Ringside
him.
News asked around about Austin Theory losing his Money in the Bank briefcase. We were told that Theory is better off today than he has been since Vince retired. He's not written off. He's right in the middle of
Yeah.
the U.S. title picture. Theory would also break his silence on Twitter, writing, "I'll never stop, and that's all day."
Yeah, stay motivated. What do you mean recent JBL call out?
As he recently called out JBL's bullying and induction into the WWE Hall of Fame, Ric Flair explained why on his To Be the Man podcast. I've seen it all. I get so tired of people, you know, fans, marks, whatever they are, whatever, in all due respect to them, but they don't have an opinion if they're not there. To me, I'm never going to get off the fact that wrestling is a fraternity. It should be a brotherhood, respect for everybody, and there's no time for anybody
That
let
has to be Ric
anybody
Flair
personal
saying that.
embarrassment or hardship in our business. There is no place for it.
fraternity.
We all know the story of Bradshaw. It's brutal, but he's rewarded with a Hall of Fame. It's their company. They do what they want to do. But what about the 3 or 4 guys I've seen meltdown personally, meltdown and cry? They were so humiliated. I didn't have a falling out. I'm making a personal observation. He's always nice to me. Everybody could take a rib, but outright bullying a guy where he feels like it's not healthy. It doesn't do anybody good. He's never done anything to me. I guess I'm lucky, but I mean, I wouldn't tolerate it if he did. And obviously Joey Styles didn't either from what I've been told. So, you know, it just got to be cut off somewhere. But I've seen people just cry over humiliation. And
I know there's
supposed to be a brotherhood.
I know there's a story from about Blackman kicking the shit out of JBL or threatening to kill him
You Didn't Know podcast, Road Dogg talked about
when he
his
tried to
recent conversation
bully
with
him
Big
or
E,
rib
who's
him.
recovering from his neck injury. I was just texting with Big E. He's doing well. He was talking about how blessed he is. I hadn't seen him in a while. I hadn't
Wait,
heard
before
from him. I was
what?
thinking about friends and family today for some reason and saw his number and thought, I'm gonna text Big E right now. He said he's blessed and doing great. Road Dogg would also mention his suggestion for E to win the big one. When I wrote SmackDown, I wanted him to be the champion. I wanted him to be the champion of SmackDown. I actually pitched, and I've said this before, I actually pitched Big E Mania, and Kofi got the nod because of his time and service, for lack of a better word or phrase. Kofi had been there, and look, it worked. Maybe better than it would have with
Oh,
Big
Kofi
E.
really
Only
did
time
work.
will tell if and when he comes
No,
back.
that was
when he
good,
puts the
Kofi.
title
That
on
was
him, because
great.
he can cut great promos. He's a great guy. He's always in great spirits. Just an honor to be able to call him my friend. With WrestleMania 39
Clickbait.
taking place next
Clickbait.
year, it seems John Cena could be there for an appearance, as Ringside News reported. The road to WrestleMania is starting soon, and John Cena is a part of the conversation. We've been able to confirm that Cena has spoken to Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Nick Khan about doing something at WrestleMania in SoFi Stadium. It would be added that Cena has spoken to WWE about a WrestleMania appearance. Also, we were told that Cena has made it clear he does not consider performing for WWE as being disloyal to Vince. From what Cena says, McMahon encouraged Cena to help out any chance Cena has. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope y'all have
What do you mean sad news about R-Truth? More clickbait. Obi-Wan can blow me? What? In an hour long, dude? Oh my god. Jesus. Part 1, Obi-Wan can... I liked the last episode of it for the most part. Mostly just with Kenobi and Vader, but everything else in the series... yeah. Yeah. It's not memorable. Just Obi-Wan and Vader. Toby, say hi. Just Toby. 500,000. What charity? With Elon Musk? God damn it. Oh, and it's from Hasanabi. Hasanabi's a... Oh, man. I could go as far as say that he's a dipshit, but... he's not really focused. I mean... he's not really people focused. He paid for a game, so this is more bashing Overwatch too.
Games, I'm curious to see what he's got to say.
What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I'm posting my very first live service video.
Oh,
I've come to
boy.
the conclusion that finishing my work before making it publicly available, it just takes too long. It's too much time and effort, and you don't want to wait for content, do you? I need the views and money right now.
It's my money
and I need it now! So if the audio levels aren't balanced properly or it keeps cutting at random intervals, know that I'm working on it. Because I'm
You bastard.
also launching this brand new feature called free to watch videos.
Oh, boy.
That's right. Unlike my OnlyFans, you don't have to pay me to watch garbage. However, I do know that the comment section is currently disabled. Rest assured, our teams are working on that. But
To keep it
I hope
disabled.
you keep coming back to this video to rewatch it every week. I've got a lot of great updates in store. Speaking of the store, did I mention my Patreon and OnlyFans? Okay, is the joke dead? Right, the joke's dead. Live service video game. If you're like me, when you hear those words, you flinch a little. And if
I don't. I actually like live service video games because it feels like the game is evolving and growing over time. I think that there are just a few very well-known live service games that are fucking garbage, and it's hard to not think with that perspective.
you hear early access before...
Yeah, it's like it's abuses the term like unfinished trash. Yes, it's like early access. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is fucking amazing. Crafting, early access, survival, and open world. Think about how many games run on a fucking potato that have all 4 of those tags. Absolutely. Yeah, if you yeah, and the games, they're all broken, none of them work, it's horrible.
them, you probably start blowing.
Can we add Star Citizen for that?
Lackluster reputation, live service games have become such a popular trend. It doesn't discourage every developer from attempting to make one. I mean,
Exactly.
literally, every single new release.
His
these
response
days
to Elden Ring meltdown?
Ongoing service. Indie fighting game? It's a live service now, boyo. Single player RPG? Nope. That's a live service too. Now,
which to be fair, apparently that helps Cyberpunk a lot. So it's one of these.
Here, I'll be right back. I got that one. I'd be curious. I'm curious. I should say more and just in general curious about those Elden Ring stuff. I'm gonna go get me some refreshments. So I'll be right back. I promise. But I don't want my roommates to steal my shit, so I got my soda in my car. I have returned. Oh, shit. Yeah, might even go Slick Daddy. Be like, except I'm not 6'8", 6'1". Oh, yeah, another link there, huh? Let's see here. I'll pop that in. It took my hair with it. Shit. Ah.
I've essentially been banned from Twitter. I say banned, although technically...
All right, Jordan Peterson.
Suspended. So what did I say that might constitute harassment? Well, many things, and that fuss is just beginning. And even more importantly and complexly, I know exactly what I did wrong. But the suspension will not be lifted unless I delete the hateful tweet in question, and I would rather die than do that. Up yours, woke moralists, you sons of bitches.
Talk
I love
about a rough
Jordan
week.
Peterson
I lost access to my
as a
pain
human
pills.
being.
Oh no, this is horrible.
What is it, Doctor?
This man has no insurance.
And I had to do my absolute best not to burn through an entire stash of salt, so I decided to take some of Alex's salt to conserve my own. And my god, I can see why you guys come running to me each and every time.
We'll buy some salt
is
after this.
criminally mid.
Big thing of salt. Kosher salt. Put on
I
my
don't know
gas.
what it is. Maybe it's that chili powder substitute he puts in his salt. But here at Fertango Plays, we leave every single toxic impurity in the salt so that you lose as many brain cells as possible.
Don't put the bleach and the ammonia together. It's gonna knock the shit out of you.
I got a lot of brain cells to go around. Unfortunately, Lucas has deleted me or depleted me of some. Very unfortunate.
Don't tell me how to mix my
I'll
own
never get
inhalants.
those
I know
back.
how to do inhalants.
Thank you, Lucas.
Breaking news, Sony, PlayStation,
I'm doing the
and
Osmond Gold.
Tencent are buying part of Elden Ring, Souls, and Armored Core dev from Software. Tencent will become the second
By the way, he still has that shit playing fucking 2 years after the fact.
largest shareholder with 16.3%, while Sony will own 14.1%, equaling 30.4% or 36 billion yen. Kadokawa will remain the majority owner.
Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin?
Well, what's there to say? It's not my first or my last.
With this news, it is not clear if all future FromSoft games will be PlayStation exclusive. However, Kadokawa and Sony are an official financial alliance, which is as close to being one company as two separate companies can be. So at least some future games will be exclusive. Since Sony has chosen this route, it is now unlikely that FromSoftware/Kadokawa will be fully acquired, but with the combined share votes of Sony and Kadokawa, they can outvote Tencent if they want to make all future games exclusive. This is at least a partial ownership. Alright, well, Sony's one thing, but Tencent? Are Sony and Tencent forming their own axis of power to counter Microsoft's supposed monopoly? Listen, I may have popped out of my mom being a natural-born Sony hater, but Tencent? There's not a single positive thing on earth I can say about Tencent, who basically owns most of the gaming industry, actually. And while the media mainly focuses on Microsoft with their acquisition of Activision, Tencent's been making big moves that should legit concern more people. Because believe me, the last thing I want is a From Software game designed where goddamn Estus flasks are a microtransaction. Because that's the type of market Tencent absolutely loves. And let us not forget that Tencent is a Chinese tech conglomerate. So fully expect a lot of censorship and
Roblox.
future From Software titles. Don't get me wrong, Sony's bad enough with their censorship, but now combined with Tencent's censorship, I wouldn't be surprised if one day they walk Miyazaki into the office and tell him, hey, you gotta take it easy with the toes. No more toes, Miyazaki.
Mikla.
Been the bad
No toes for you.
I dreamt for so long.
Those toes, though.
Oh.
I actually don't have a foot fetish.
As for the idea of PlayStation having an exclusive FromSoft IP, we all expected them to continue that, even before they increased their share of From Software. The one thing Sony has never really mishandled is any sort of IP they create with From Software. And as a PC gamer, I fully expect to reap all the benefits of that. Sucks for the Xbox guys, but that's what these two corporations are doing. Because let's face it, Sony does not want Microsoft to have From Software games on Game Pass. They want to ensure From Software content gets released on PlayStation Plus instead. A very smart move, as I fully expect that's how these two corporations will be competing with each other for the next few years. Because let's face it, with a combined 30% ownership of From Software, Sony can totally make that happen. This isn't so much a console war as it is a war of services. And just right after the massive success of Elden Ring, this is the perfect move for Sony, who I honestly think desperately needs an IP of this caliber for their service. And I can't lie, it makes the subscription wars a lot more interesting. I mean, personally, I don't like the idea of these big corporations buying up publishers left and right, manipulating the flow of content with the amount of shares they have, paying to keep content off of other platforms or services. But to be honest, I'll take this over what we had 8 years ago, where content for platforms was far more restricted, because much like with Bungie and Activision, I highly doubt a lot of From Software content is going to be restricted from any platform. A combined 30% ownership may be an impressive amount, but you still have that other 70% that really love the success of Elden Ring being a multi-plat. Hell, I doubt even Sony wants to miss out on a chunk of that success.
You know, one of the reasons that Elden Ring is able to be a multi-platform game is because they upped the ante in terms of they made the game more casual.
Yes, they would absolutely love a cut of every Xbox and PC sale. Unfortunately, it's not that clear for PlayStation fanboys, because they came out with a completely different story. They seem to believe that Sony owning 14% of From Software now meant Elden Ring was a PlayStation IP.
Twitter's a rat hole. It's a horrible, toxic platform.
Game of the Year 2022 might end up being Sony versus Sony versus Sony versus Sony #PS5.
Jesus Christ, the kid's an idiot.
The problem I have with this photo isn't even Elden Ring.
That
It's
was
the
pretty
Last
bad.
of Us remake. Do you seriously believe that is a contender for Game of the Year? Didn't it already win the award in 2013? On top of that, it's got a lower score than it did 8 years ago. PlayStation fanboys are so desperate to pad Sony's resume with games that are contenders for Game of the Year, they are now counting a scam and a cash grab like The Last of Us remake. And now because Sony owns 14% of From Software, that now means Elden Ring is a PlayStation IP apparently. So when it does win Game of the Year and Miyazaki walks up on stage, I guess he's gonna have to hand over the award to Jim
Damn
Ryan.
it.
They really cannot live in a world where Sony doesn't take
Don't
the
say
Game
that,
of the Year.
Frit.
So instead they're choosing to brainwash themselves into believing that Elden Ring belongs to Sony.
Elden Ring
which
was
is so
overhyped.
fucking hilarious, because before Sony owned 14% of From Software, ponies were not claiming this to be their personal Game of the Year.
Still
They
a
were
great
calling it
game.
overrated, saying Horizon Forbidden West is better, but the minute Sony owns even a tiny percentage of From Software, now all of a sudden it's a Game of the Year contender and is worthy. This soy cuck actually thinks owning 14% of a company means you own all of its intellectual properties. Elden Ring is not a Sony IP. It has absolutely zero to do with PlayStation. So no, Hunter, Jim Ryan does not get any credit. I just can't believe it's so goddamn dry over there at PlayStation that the ponies have to artificially pad Sony's resume for them. Seriously? The Last of Us remake, Elden Ring? You mean to tell me two of the best games for the PlayStation console is a 9-year-old game and one that isn't even made or published by Sony? Talk about desperate times over there for PlayStation.
Elden Ring?
This is the one time I can't blame journalism for people's stupidity, because it doesn't matter how much you try to water down your articles for those who, you know, can't really read, there's always going to be a sizable chunk of retarded people who still won't understand what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah, right, I can see that now, but, you know, you can't really read it from the inside.
You can't read it from the outside.
All right, you know,
Because not only does Sony not own Elden Ring, but Sony also doesn't own From Software. If you ever notice with PlayStation fanboys, when you ask them what their favorite From Software games are, it's always going to be the exclusive PlayStation ones. And we're basically seeing that right here. Now all of a sudden,
Sony doesn't even own the majority of the parts that goes into their console. Come on. Come on.
an Elden Ring is worth bragging about and bringing into the console wars. Now all of a sudden that massively overrated and graphically outdated game is a masterpiece. Not because they think it is, but because they assume Sony owns it now. And the best part is when they find out Sony doesn't actually own Elden Ring, they're going to lash out like they were misinformed even though they're just too stupid to read.
Which Sony first-party game is winning Game of the Year this year?
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
A very wise decision to block me the minute you made that tweet. You knew what was gonna happen, didn't you? At this point, at least well over 80% of Pony Twitter has me blocked. I'm considered their boogeyman for
That high?
I haven't killed anyone yet, but I certainly have killed a lot.
Elon Musk, dude, you gotta like have IQ limits, dude. This is bad.
Of people's spirits. Plus, they really don't like it when I force them to read.
I'm gonna start my own social platform. It's gonna be 83 and up.
Because much like a devout Christian, once you take them out of their comfort zone, they start to get really irritated with you. It's far easier to believe Elden Ring now belongs to PlayStation.
I bet if I said something like that to Lucas, he'd be taking me serious and shit like that. What an idiot.
Is to read for them. Reality is just simply too poisonous for PlayStation fanboys.
I think this Sony first-party game will have a good chance of winning Game of the Year.
A good chance? Oh yeah. What, did it not have a chance before Sony purchased a bit of From Software? Fucking amazing, isn't it? When Microsoft purchases Activision, ponies don't consider Call of Duty a first-party Microsoft game. When Sony buys 14% of From Software, they consider Elden Ring a first-party game for Sony. It's
Are you
no longer
serious?
about Sony's exclusivity. Now it's
Is that true, Sony? You're doing that stupid shit? Disgraceful.
about what Sony's name is attached to. Because like I said, we are no longer in the console wars, we're in the corporate wars. This is making me long for the days where console peasants used to fight over the stupid plastic
I thought we were still in the AMD versus Nvidia wars, but
boxes. But sadly, the console wars have
Intel versus AMD. Of course, Intel's in the GPU business now
spilled over
too.
to all other facets of the industry. Do not be surprised if one day you start to see PlayStation fanboys brag about who has the better car between Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan.
Just remember that thanks to Sony and From Software, we had the birth of a whole new subgenre of RPGs, the Souls-like. This was a
Just remember that thanks to Sony and FromSoft, we had the birth of a whole new subgenre of RPGs like Souls. This was a historical contribution to gaming. Why don't we just thank the Legend of Zeldas out there, the Final Fantasies, like just, you know, Secret of Manas, all that stuff. You know, what the fuck is wrong with these
historical
guys?
contribution to gaming.
Thanks to Sony,
I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan. I mean, that's what the Legend of Zelda out there is. A very simple RPG.
had no faith in the project
And you got
or
Final
From
Fantasy.
Software at the time. Hell, they didn't even want to release it in America. If it wasn't for Atlas, that would have never happened. What do you mean thanks to Sony? And From Software's true success didn't happen until their multi-plat.
They really lowered their
Tend to
IQs.
notice the most successful From Software games.
But we should like expect it though, right? We should all expect it because for low budget gamers, consoles, that's all they can afford. So obviously they're not going to have the best jobs out there. Oh god, I don't mean to offend these people.
The ones that don't include Sony? Why are we stroking Sony's dick for From Software's own success exactly? And why are we also not thanking the other contributors, Bandai Namco and Atlas, who arguably had the bigger role in making this game a success?
I don't know any PlayStation or Xbox owners off the top of my head that aren't on a fixed income living off of the state here in Washington. I realize that was a broad consensus and it may have been inappropriate. or it may have been appropriate. It's a judgmental statement that I may or may not regret, or I may or may not have to apologize for later. But if I do apologize for it later, I probably didn't mean it, but it's because I had to, because I was pressured to apologize. Thank you very much.
Yes, great. Now the ponies are rewriting history to give
Still not sorry.
Sony all the glory and praise and success
Even if I'm sorry in the future, I'm still not sorry.
of basically everything out there.
PlayStation continues its dominance in the gaming space as Sony Interactive Entertainment acquires 14.1% of Elden Ring maker From Software. Sony Interactive Entertainment is now the third largest stakeholder in From Software.
Oh yeah, you know, 14.1% is
Third.
total dominance. They're sitting at the very top. That 14.1% is significantly more valuable than the entirety of, say, Activision. Ponies are...
You know what it sounds like to me? Sony is actually making money off of these publishing companies. Sony is actually making money off of them. Sony needs to shut the fuck up about anything in regards. These fucking Sony fanboys, I mean, what the fuck, dude? But Sony, man, Sony is fucking making money off these companies. Holy shit. Why should Sony be complaining about exclusives? They're making money off these companies.
really treating this 14% like it's an entire acquisition of From Software, and they now reap all the benefits of all their IPs.
Damn it!
The
I'm gonna have
purchase
to...
of Bungie-
How many Sony TVs do I have? That's a Samsung. That's a Samsung. Oh no, they're all Samsung. Oh, that's an LG TV. Never mind, I don't have any Sony TVs.
is significantly a bigger deal than this.
Wait.
You really
I don't have anything Sony. Oh my god. None of it's Sony.
think they're going to dominate with only 14% of From Software? That 14% simply isn't enough to get all of Sony's self-interest in the company.
Everything's Samsung.
But for the ponies, that 14% is basically like full ownership of From Software for them.
My fucking smartphones and tablets are Samsung too. I do have Nintendo, that's it though.
The fact that they're treating it as such, after several months of standing on top of their soapbox and screaming at the top of their lungs how they don't want corporations to buy out all the publishers and developers because it could lead to a monopoly and the death of video games or something. Let us also not forget about how they heavily slandered Elden Ring because of how much of a threat it was to Horizon Forbidden West. And now they're embracing From Software like it's a first-party studio for Sony.
Okay, say Sony does own a majority stake in like a publishing company that makes like say Elden Ring. They would want it cross-platform because it's going to make more fucking money. It's going to be better for the stock. They'll make more fucking money.
It's okay, Elden Ring. We forgive you for completely overshadowing.
Yeah, insert evil laugh track.
You're one of us now, which means it's okay to like Elden Ring. It's my favorite PlayStation exclusive.
I also have a
I
Joker
spent
chuckle
several months
sometimes
arguing
too.
about how this game doesn't deserve Game of the Year and it's overrated.
Sometimes I'll walk through work and I'll have like my Joker chuckle and everyone will just play. Oh my god.
But now that Sony's pumped a little more money into From Software, I think they deserve Game of the Year. Yeah. You know what? I think that's enough autism for the day. I heard Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan are about to trade blows, so I want to go see what's going on over there. And if you like this video, you should become a member or like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I want
if
to
you
be
so
a
choose to.
contender.
And with that being said, I'll be seeing you in the next one.
Fritonga sucks ass.
Get Good once started as a joke, but has since been taken far too seriously by people who stake far too much of their self-esteem on whether or not they can
Who's
find
the
a
Ozman?
dragon without any friends. Which I guess is indeed what you want. You clearly want to limit the number
Okay.
of people who can enjoy these games. If there's one thing Gamergate taught us, it's that people with no form of enrichment outside of video games can be right dickheads. In the face of its overwhelming challenge, the Soulsborne series is ultimately about not being a fucking dick to other people. The people who need to hear it explicitly don't want to. They don't care. They're selfish. They only view these games through the single lens of how they want to play it.
This
how
is
they
deep.
engage with the medium, and what they believe is the one true way to experience video games. And that's what I mean when I say that I'm better at video games than you, than all of you. I am just the best one because I
Scroll down a little bit.
understand video games, and you don't.
Feel free
God
to
damn it.
go off and die in a ditch somewhere.
Elden Ring has been released, and with it has come a flurry of discourse. But the only real point in this discussion to be acknowledged is that I'm a better Elden Ring player than you.
Look, you don't have to warn me. I know. I'm kicking up a hornet's nest.
I'm sexually confused right now.
With the only piece of crack left. I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm thoroughly prepared for it. No, I'm not talking about the backlash from Jim. I'm talking about the pain and possible brain aneurysm I'm gonna get sitting here watching this abomination. These
So,
days, if you want to
Jim
attempt
Stephanie
Jim
Sterling
you must come fully prepared
was
with
once a
bag
well-respected content creator. Emphasis on once, huh? I never finished that movie, but halfway through it with Johnny Depp's character, oh my fucking god, that shit's ridiculously funny.
Then I quickly forget that everyone else
Oh
is
my
just
god.
like me. It's not a feat easily accomplished. Sitting here watching Jim Sterling while tripping balls will permafry a lot of people, which explains why her sub count has been dropping steadily over the last
It's a her?
years. These days,
Excuse
you
me.
wanna tune into a video to
Her?
see some good
Jim Stephanie what?
which I approve of, and then you're met
Excuse
with
me.
politics, lectures, and reminded every day why gamers suck, and Jim despises them and the industry, even though this is the career path she chose.
Is that-
Gamergate has to be brought up in 2022
Wait.
to continue trying to make the same tired arguments, you're bound to start isolating your own viewers. And it's videos like this one which
They're
remind me
trans?
why I unsubscribed myself a long ass time ago. And before you say it, no, it's not because you transitioned into a woman. It's because you transitioned into an utterly unbearable whiny person. And we're gonna see that in full display.
Oh my
throughout this
god.
entire video.
I got $100 here for groceries. I got $1,400 here for liquor.
And I'm going to stake my entire identity on that. I might not be better at playing the game, but I'm better at enjoying
So those tits are fake?
the game than you, than all of you, really.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but Brad
False advertisement as a male. This is false advertisement. You don't try to look at it like a chick and, you know, you have fake or fake, not fake titties. This is bullshit.
a video game more than everyone else is a lot more cringe and elitist in my personal opinion, especially when you're talking down to people because you feel the way you're enjoying it is the correct way. No, the correct way to enjoy Elden Ring is with a fat bowl of weed, a 12-pack of beer, and half a gram of some penis envy mushrooms.
1v1 me as we discuss the themes, bruh. I think
1v1, not if it's false advertisement. If you got a dick, it's not good and good. I'm sorry, that's not part of the, that's not part of the deal.
that's all that really needs to be acknowledged, but I get paid to make videos, so I can't just go, so I suppose we better talk about video games instead of playing them.
Well, if people did that, you wouldn't have an audience and a platform where you can preach your politics, so you should be thanking them.
You know, I'm not one for the just shut up and play fucking
Oh
video
god.
games
Imagine April. Oh my god, that'd be like, my whole childhood would be ruined. Or Daphne. Oh my god, man. Sabrina, Sailor Moon. Oh my god, dude. What if Sabrina was a dude? My whole childhood would be ruined.
I thought my jokes were bad.
I do, in fact.
Or
find
Peach.
my place
What
when
about
it comes to
Peach?
line of
Oh my
friends
god.
sometimes. I'm often told to just shut up and play video games.
Of course I'm biased because if it's like Bowsette and it's like just a chick version of Bowser, then I'm in all the way. I'm down all the way. I'm absolutely 100% biased in this conversation.
To talk about industry abuse or examine game industry trends through a mildly political lens, or when I talk about social issues on my social media.
And evidently,
But it is going to have to be an absolute 100% female variant.
Not
I do
told you
point that
enough.
out.
How many more times do we have to tell you? How many more subscribers must you bleed before it becomes clear to you?
The just play games attitude prevalent in the online gaming community is intellectually lazy, philosophically cowardly, and typifies aggressively apathetic centrism that one finds embodied by the privileged entitlement of a class of nerds that has never had to think about a real problem in their lifetime. All that said, if hardcore From Software fans could just shut the fuck up and play video games, I think I'd enjoy that very, very much.
That would take the piss out of corporation abuse.
You all work full time to fully support your hobby.
Whiny
Understand life,
SJW.
probably a lot more than Jim, who just sits at home. You are not allowed to tell
Right
people
on.
who whine about the dumbest shit,
Right
and
on
insert their own
point.
politics into video games, to just shut up and play games. Only Jim is allowed to be very critical of that argument and use it at the same time, because she has gone through so much in life. You know, sitting at home eating pizza, donuts, and playing video games all day. You cannot begin to fathom all the life
Cutting off his
lessons
dick.
she's learned at home behind a computer screen.
Let me specify that. I'm talking about a particular type of supposed, alleged, hardcore From Software fan.
Well, obviously, the people that aren't real are the best ones to go after. Makes the job for your editor 10 times easier, I could imagine.
A new From Software game has been unleashed upon the world, and with it has come the same tiresome, dreary, circular discourse that occurs whenever FromSoft offers up its particular blend of challenge, depth, beautiful bleakness, and obfuscating lore. As per the usual, the endless debate over game difficulty and accessibility has
This could I saw an interview with a transsexual, I think it was in Bangkok or something like that. No pun intended, I swear. The reason he, or as she would want to be referred to, she didn't have her dick snipped off or cut off, was taken off. She didn't want to be on hormone pills, or that whole area removed. She didn't want to be on hormone pills for the rest of her days, let alone the surgery and shit like that. How about as punishment, if you want to be trans, get your dick snipped off, get the testes removed. You will forever be on hormones for the rest of your days. The rest of your days will be horrible, horrific, terrifying to imagine. Absolutely awful. Fully commit. Fully commit to your lifestyle and your life choices.
It's all too familiar head.
A discussion that the majority of the internet has already.
And in your profile, let me know too.
It's pretty
If someone sees me on a dating profile and you're trans, let me know.
Relevant by now. Miyazaki has made it final. He doesn't want an easy mode in his games, and like you would expect from a typical Westerner, telling the Japanese man how to make their game. Design an easy mode for this game. Well, that's not what I want.
I'm so sorry.
That's not my vision. Can you respect that? Can you just accept my art for what it is? No, you little shit. I'm going to bring this up every single time you release a game till the day I die.
And while I usually wade into the fray with embattled diligence, that easy modes are perfectly acceptable, optional, and not at all problematic in literally any video game, I'm not going to argue anymore, because it's not an argument these days, it's just a performance.
They got some modded multiplayer going on there.
Both agree everything you're saying right now is a performance. Only a completely stubborn and ignorant person would continue to argue in such a serious manner. Especially after the creator of the game says this is what he wants. You're not really in a position to tell the creator of the game if an easy mode would hurt his vision or not. If he doesn't feel like he could build his game around having an easy mode, then he won't do it. And the same goes for every single fucking developer out there. You're not the one making the game. If the next From Software game does have an easy
They did make the game a little bit easier and a little bit more casual though, which helped its success though. Like, it really paid off for him.
Mode, then it'll be because he wants it. Difficulty in Elden Ring, according to him, is all designed around hardships, and that's a theme they want to continue. And if they ever feel like
Still a
making
hard
something
game, though.
more laid back with difficulty options, then they will.
The community is on autopilot with this endlessly repetitive debate.
least at
There's
first.
no hope of a resolution. Long ago, this whole discussion became nothing but an exercise in grandstanding. I've pointed out before that for all my show gets accused of repeating,
So literally,
which it does, yes.
He was loved by the community, and then he just went 360, huh? Or I guess actually 180. My bad, 180.
Over and over again. Stupid and insignificant controversies surrounding review scores. Whether or not a game is too well daring to have women and queers in it. The gatekeeping aversion to accessibility and protest.
I actually kind of enjoyed watching the recent Horizon, and I watched all the cutscenes on that too. That was pretty good.
The mythical casualization of video games and that's it, isn't it?
You know, you'd figure for someone in the past who used to cover some of the most
Some in the balls
of the industry, she'd be able to smell her own shit, but apparently not. Which surprises me because it's so bad I can smell it through my monitor. These are obviously not the only discussions gamers are having. This is yet again Jim Sterling antagonizing the gaming community, painting them as the typical
Stephanie, right?
Geeks. And as for the quote-unquote myth of casualization, are you fucking kidding me? Are you gonna sit there and tell me games have not been streamlined?
I'm gonna call her Stephanie, because she's still got a stiffy.
More people who are casual. That shit is practically documented history at this point.
That pretty much is all that the full-time hardcores who've made their entire identity gaming give a shit about, right? I don't know, maybe not. I don't particularly care anymore. Maybe I left a few more regurgitated topics off the list, but it won't have been many. God, just fuck traditional gamer TM discourse. It's just so fucking puerile.
Obviously, this is not traditional game discussion. It's only traditional to Jim because she hasn't let go of Gamergate in well over 8 fucking years. Summarizing this as overall gamer discussion is a bigger lie than you thinking you look good in a dress.
And I've been doing this job for over 10 years and nothing's been resolved. Nothing has changed.
Oh, did Jim think she was gonna change?
Over 900k subs.
Did she think her videos were gonna make everybody suddenly be on the same exact
900k, almost a mil. All for naught.
Give them everything they want,
wow.
and they will continue
all for
to
naught.
complain. And then there will be people there to laugh at them, and it'll be an endless cycle of pure autism. It's never gonna change. You've clearly seen that for over 10 years, and yet here you are to participate in the exact same conversation yet again. It's the only reason I decided to even make this video. The amount of bitching is so unbearable, yet so entertaining for those who can handle it.
Why did I respond to Jason Schreier's tweet? Why did I do it? Why do I do this?
Speaking for someone with memory issues and ADHD, fuck doing this. Have a journal.
Replies have been for days.
You know, it really says something when people with more severe disabilities are not going out of their way to say fuck you to people who are giving them suggestions. All Jason Schreier's doing is giving a help.
I was just thinking about the memory issues. I'm like, he or she forgot their gender.
Helpful tip.
Damn.
And then here comes Jim to use her ADHD and memory issues as some sort of crutch when paraplegics aren't doing this shit. Doesn't that say something? Am I crazy? Well, I mean, yes, I am. I'm chocked up full of drugs.
Yeah, you're
but
crazy.
Even I can see the sheer
But we
lunacy
all are.
of taking personal offense to a tip. Why do you do it?
We all have a little Jim Sterling inside us.
Especially when you're centering it around yourself.
Right?
We could have all been just simping over this selfie, but instead everyone's talking about whether you need a notebook for Elden Ring.
Again, as a male, I don't need to be sexually confused
Anyway, Elden
or misled.
It's a very good game. While we're on the topic, it's quite forgiving by
If in the world you could copyright strike, I would have struck him right then and there.
Soulsborne standards, but given the series'
Gender strike.
for punishing its players' mistakes, that's not saying too much. Regardless, there's been another shitstorm of debate over how accessible it should be, whether easy modes are the devil, and the merits of obtuse, willfully uninformative game design, and just... God, I'm tired of it.
Dog, at some point you gotta be tired of being so tired of it. Because I lost count of how many times you have bitched and moaned about it already. Maybe people wouldn't be unsubscribing if you weren't padding your videos like this. Say your piece or shut the fuck up. Talking about how sick you are of something is not an interesting topic.
It's kind of similar to G4, like Adam Cesspool and Miss Frosty tip. Frost at the tip.
I know this video solely exists to meet a quota. I know this video's only here to plug in an ad at the end. Your content has become...
In fact, speaking of Frost, you know, if like, you know, if inappropriate videos like gangbangs are in her future, like just have like a couple, you know, like 10 guys and they just like jizz all over her face and shit like that, that would be nice.
As creatively bankrupt.
It'd really give definition to her name, Miss Frost.
As the industry
Frost
you
tip.
criticize so much.
I know that's terrible to say on YouTube. This is my free content.
Hear it anymore. The fan base is indeed
But this
fucking exhausting. The get good attitude that has festered among hardcore Souls fans for years is truly contemptuous at this stage. Get good once started as a joke, but has since been taken far too seriously by people who stake far too much of their self-esteem on whether or not they can fight a pretend dragon without any friends.
Get good is not some dismissive meme. Quite the contrary. It speaks to a truth at the heart of our entire lives. It is, in fact, the best advice anyone could ever give you.
What is?
Jesus fucking Christ, Jim. What did this fan base do to you? You're not exactly in the best of shape, so I guarantee you your poor heart will not be able to handle all this salt. At some point, you have to fucking realize you're just being salty. Look at the events that led to this. Your entitled attitude towards Jason Schreier, giving a basic tip, and then the Elden Ring community coming to put you in check for being a prick towards such a harmless tip is what got you here. Get good is not the problem here. It's jackasses like you and the way you respond towards people giving you helpful tips. So if your whole goal is to make it seem
Literally
like
a
the
piece of
Elden Ring
shit.
community are the ones being the pricks, congratulations, you failed miserably. Of all the toxic, unbearable tweets you could have brought up, it was one of somebody from the community giving helpful advice. Do you not see the problem here, Jim?
It's worth noting that nobody's actually impressed if you're brilliant at video games. None of us actually care. In fact, the more you brag about it as if it's worth a damn, the more we think you're fucking pathetic.
We? I. The royal we.
What's this whole we thing exactly? You're speaking on the behalf of a shit ton of people right now. Who are they?
That's
People
what
who
I'm
suck at
wondering.
games? Well, I'm one of them, and I certainly don't want you to speak for me.
Like,
because when
good at video games. Like, what do you mean good at video games? Some video games are, you know, have different parts in them. Like, Genshin is not just a simple video game. There's other video games like it that aren't very simple. You got different things. There's, like, building systems and mechanics in it. There's not just, like, other combat things. You know, there's different variety in the game. Like, what kind of freaking game, in terms of game, are you talking about? And these people being good at?
obliterates my ass in CS:GO.
You mean skill level? Is that what he means? Skill level? Say skill level.
Punch a hole in the wall and throw my
It's
keyboard
like,
out the window, but I end up admiring their skill, and it pushes me to want to get better. You'd be lying if you said you weren't impressed by people who are good at games. I mean, you can try as hard as you want, but someone beating Elden Ring taking absolutely no damage is way more impressive than anything you've ever done in life.
I'll say this: if he's like mocking like people with good skills at games like this, look, I'm glad there are games like this that are around, because Genshin Impact is a casual player game, and people that are good at these ruin the games like Genshin Impact. So I'm glad that these games exist so they can play them and leave Genshin alone.
If nobody cared, we wouldn't have esports. If nobody cared, speedrunning wouldn't be popular. If nobody cared, there wouldn't be pro players who make more than either of us will ever make in our lifetime.
There you go.
Sitting down and just playing a few matches in one day. You know who people...
A lot of good streamers that just play games because they're really freaking good at it. Yeah, they make a lot of money. There you go. There's that too.
Care about about people who are bad at video games, unless it's someone like DSP Gaming.
It's okay to feel
Speed gamers, too.
your way through a particularly challenging video game.
Speed
But
gamers
once
would be the
you
best
start
example.
Talking about it as if it makes you better than other people, if you start sneering at those who needed help and bemoaning video games being made more welcoming to newcomers or those with disabilities, you can just go ahead and fuck yourself.
Is that what you think happened to you? Do you really think that's what get good means as well? We've seen how you react to help. What is it that you said again? Oh yeah, fuck this.
Literally fuck yourself, because Lord knows I don't think you should inflict your pointless little genitals on anybody else.
Excess salt intake is a deadly poison to the body.
There's no debate to be had.
Yeah, he's had a little bit too much sodium. As a casual gamer, I separate myself from pieces of garbage like Stiffany. Yeah. Stiffany is not a does not speak for casuals. Stiffany is not a casual. Stiffany is a social justice crazy warrior. 2 warriors in that.
No argument. I could actually provide a litany of reasons why accessibility in a video game is good.
Of course accessibility in a video game is good, but in what world is the difficulty of a game the same exact thing as giving more options for people who have physical disadvantages at playing video games? There's a difference between, hey, I would really like there to be a colorblind mode for this game, and hey, could you have an easier mode because I suck and refuse to get good?
As a casual gamer, I have no. I can do it, but there's really no right to go and play but Elden Ring, go into Elden Ring and bitch and moan that it's too hard, and it needs an easy mode. It needs a very easy mode to comply with me as a casual. No. Just don't play it. No more than someone has the right to come into Genshin and say it needs to be harder. Same thing. So, Stiffany, there's no ground that you have to go on. Go to a different game.
The arguments here on this show, I feel like I'd be wasting my goddamn time, because they just need to be said again the next time a hard game is released and gamers TM glom onto it to swing their dicks around.
And that right there is the reason this horse is beaten to death each and every time. Let the damn thing walk away. I mean, at the very least, you're sparing me of making this a 40+ minute long video, so thank you. I'm honest to God so glad you're not presenting any actual arguments. It makes this entire video so easy to dismiss and trash, and that's what people are tuning in for anyway.
Let me just say this, plain as day, the more accessibility options a video game has, the better. And that's just that.
Okay, so he or she really is the reverse of a hardcore meta and or end gamer that wants to go into a casual game and says it needs more end game shit, it needs to be harder, I need more content like it. He's the actual toxic variant of an extreme casual that comes in. This needs to be more casual. It has to be easier. It's too hard. It needs to be changed. So, parallels. And I do not give a shit about either. The middle, I care. The broad casual base.
It's the way it is. This isn't a subjective opinion. There is no debate here. It's a
Which apparently some played Elden Ring a lot, obviously, because it was very successful at the beginning, at the start. They played it, beat it, and it was over. Because the game is a lot easier than its predecessors. So, people were still able to beat it and go on with their lives.
Goddamn fucking fact. Literally.
Okay, so I got an idea of Jimmy now.
Better when it has more accessibility options, and the more accessibility options literally every game has, the better.
No disagreement here. The more options you give people for accessibility, the better product you have. But here's the thing though, when it comes to video game difficulty, that's pretty fucking subjective, isn't it? Especially in the world of modern day video games, where difficulty sliders don't do jack shit, but artificially pad games and take up your time. Because just how driving is a core mechanic of racing games and platforming is a core mechanic of platformers, being hard is a core mechanic of the Souls games. If a hard game is something you're not willing to go through, then you put it down just like you're not willing to play a racer because you're not into racing games. A simple, cold, hard fact, as you say. Don't be coming in here bringing up your memory loss and ADHD when people with actual physical disabilities are beating the game and not bitching. A game's difficulty being its identity is very fucking valid. You think people with disabilities are picking up Elden Ring because they want an easy casual experience?
Like, it's never made sense to me that anybody would have a problem with more people enjoying a good game. First of all, more people having a nice time is never bad. Why would you not want other people to have a nice time unless you're a misanthropic shitfucker? Second of all, if you love these games as much as you claim...
I can't believe I got to see an extreme authoritarian casual based developer and or creator here. This is so cool because I have mocked and I have made fun of ed gamers that want to make everything hard. People that want Genshin Impact to be Elden Ring. I have mocked those people and made fun of those people and said they should get out of the Genshin community because they are toxic to it. And Genshin is far more successful without those types of people. Now I get to say and see an authoritarian casual that comes into a game that's like Elden Ring, who they should stay the fuck out because that's not their type of game. But they want to, someone like him wants to make that a casual game. No, he needs to get the fuck out of that community because that's not for him. Just like Elden Ring folks need to get the fuck out of the Genshin community because it's a casual game. Like, there are different games for a reason where different players can stay into. You can literally colonize your own games. Like, games are colonized. They really are.
Surely you want more people.
So I will absolutely defend the Elden Ring community for wanting pieces of garbage like this to not be in their community. Because they should not be in their community. Because that's not a community for a type of fucking Stephanie. Fucking toxic casual.
Elden Ring is at 14 million copies sold, making it the highest selling FromSoft game of all.
By the way, if you see me eating McDoubles or McDonald's, I do run on my days off. I do exercise. Stephanie, I'm not going to say you're fat. I'm not going to say that you could lose some pounds. I'm not going to say that you enjoy your own Big Macs on your own days off. I'm not going to say all that stuff, even though I just said. But you may want to get some exercise. Be healthier. If you get healthier, you know, it may be good for your brain long term. Might be healthier.
And nothing has been compromised. The vision has remained the same.
Just to be simple.
The theme is ongoing, and people are eating it up and love it. But either way, whether other people enjoy the game or not, isn't my fucking business. I can recommend games to people, but I can't make people enjoy them. Adding a difficulty slider would not.
It's authoritarian. He's authoritarian. That's what he is.
It's not about not wanting other people to enjoy this game. It's about whether they enjoy it as is or not, because that is what the game is. Let them buy it, let them play it, and if they don't like it, they have millions upon millions of other shit to play.
The more successful the game is, the more it reaches people, the more money it'll make, the more content will be made available, the more game you will have to enjoy.
Quick, somebody tell him all of that happened with Elden Ring without having to add difficulty options.
Plus, the more successful a game is, the more people that it reaches, the happier the developers will be. And
There we go. There we go. That's why he's saying the shit that he's saying.
To be happy after making
Wants to make him and his buddies more money. That's what he wants to do.
you happy. The only people who would, in fact, have a problem with that are pricks, gatekeeping, elitist, sad little pricks.
He's a fucking elitist. He's trying to make money for his buddies. He's trying to make money for his buddies. He's calling people that disagree with him elitist. He's trying to have a good old boy system. He's calling other people elitist or she or whatever the fuck, Tiffany. Oh, what a stupid bitch. Well, she's not stupid. Greedy bitch.
Be upset all you want. Those quote-unquote elitist pricks that just want the game to be hard are the ones buying it, supporting it, and making the developers happy.
I'll be honest. A lot of casuals played into Elden Ring. They beefed up their story. The game was a little bit more casual. Not as harder as past games. I enjoyed the story of it. I didn't really play it, but I enjoyed the story of it and the lore and the mythology as a casual person. And a lot of people got into it. And then if you look at the trends of Elden Ring and how quickly it rose, Elden Ring, in terms of Google Trends, is virtually nothing. The casuals, they played it and then they left it.
To play the game because there's no difficulty options. You can sit here and rant.
But I can also say that for like most games that are single player, like Elden Ring, they play it, they beat it, and then they go on to the next game. So that's nothing new. And that doesn't take anything from Elden Ring because when people were playing it, they were enjoying it.
All fucking day.
Casuals or not.
The game must have a difficulty option, and yet the results of its sales, its reception.
Oh, and also the multiplayer is a mod. That's interesting.
Cultural impact have all proven that this game does not need a difficulty slot.
So for like the Sony boys and shit like that, they hate PCs where modding, kind of came about. Elden Ring is being modded. Every console, like multiplayer, is a nice mod.
It's pretty fine.
Good for longevity.
This is what people want. This is how they like it, and those are the people the game is intended for. Not
definitely not
little
exclusive
bitches
now.
Who feel their enjoyment of something is entitled.
And this is why I decided to make no substantive arguments in favor of accessibility today, because the people who need to hear it explicitly don't want to. They don't care. They're selfish. They only view these games through the single lens.
Well, why are you talking then?
How they engage with the medium and what they believe is the one true way to experience video games. Anything that dares to challenge or confront that is met with hostility.
No, you decided not to bring up any substantive arguments because when you bundle game difficulty in with accessibility,
No, Fred, no, Fred. No, Fred, it's as simple as this. Why is he opening up his fucking mouth and arguing then? Why is he blatantly lying right there? Why is he talking? Why is he not shutting his mouth and just disappearing then? Instead, he's opening up his mouth, trying to debate, trying to argue.
The two things. So
the
instead,
fuck?
Turn to the shitty straw man because it's a lot easier for you to take down since you haven't been to the gym your entire life.
There.
It's hilarious how you think you're speaking on the behalf of everyone else.
Good. Someone else agrees. He needs to exercise.
More people can't enjoy it without difficulty options, and yet this is FromSoft's game to appeal to more people than ever before. Your argument holds no weight, only your body.
Because on the whole, a lot of these people only know or care about video games. They don't have other interests.
Clearly, Jim doesn't need a bleed build, especially with the amount of subs she's been bleeding with nothing more than her base stats. It's shit like this that isolated your audience. This antagonistic attitude towards gamers for no fucking reason other than pure unfiltered salt. How in the world are you supposed to paint this image of gamers being these absolute pieces of shit when you're the one saying fuck this to any sort of
Pretty
tip
much.
people give you?
If there's one thing Gamergate taught us,
Gamergate! Fucking Gamergate! Somebody give me a calendar. How long have I been out since my last edible?
With all its gatekeeping, elitism, and hatred of minorities, it's the people with no form of enrichment outside of video games can be right dickheads.
You needed Gamergate to teach you that? Anybody so obsessive with any fucking hobby they participate in is perfectly capable of being a dickhead, not solely gamers. And what makes you think the people arguing for difficulty are the exact exact same group exactly, you have no way of keeping track of each individual who participated in that event. It's quite honestly pathetic to see you try and link this to Gamergate. Years ago, you decided to take Patreon money so you wouldn't become a joke like all the publications
Did he
you were
really?
so critical of. And yet here you are, doing the exact same shit they do. Padding your content so you can just make your paycheck, taking up a huge chunk of space with an ad that nobody's gonna watch, and then wrapping it up by blaming Gamergate on everything, and then bitching and whining afterwards that you losing subs is due to the toxic nature of gamers, when in reality all you did was continuously isolate them, make them feel like they're not wanted by the person who they felt used to stand up for them the most. You went as mainstream as it gets. The only difference is you're doing it about 8 years too late.
Those who have pinned their entire sense of self on a single geeky medium naturally don't want a diverse range of people to get into video games, because then it will reflect how much of an individual they aren't. When loving video games became mainstream, a lot of people who love only video games didn't feel special anymore.
What sort of twisted logic is that? This entire timeline is nothing but your own headcanon. It's not that gamers didn't feel quote-unquote special anymore. It's that specific video games no longer felt special. All the
I'm such a
people who used
comedian
to bash
sometimes.
video games are now the exact same people trying to tell you why video games need more womans, needs more queer characters, needs to bash you over the head every day about what's right or what's wrong. And when you do something like that, video games are no longer special. They
No more gender confusion.
become as unbearable as every other source of
It's
media.
terrible for the majority of us that aren't interested in that shit. They don't want to be sexually confused, especially on dating apps and shit like that. I'm sorry that if you feel special, but stay out of the casual dating area and the casuals in general, which is the majority of people. No gender confusion. Thank you very much.
Out there.
Not meaning to be offensive.
You'd be lying to yourself if you said it wasn't getting worse.
Endlessly antagonistic and frankly miserable attitudes whenever a new game comes out just puts people the fuck off.
But nowhere near as much as your miserable attitude has turned people away from your channel. You're not really in any position to become.
And apparently that's factual.
Throughout this entire video, we have seen your toxic behavior towards a simple get good meme. People don't.
So my take, he's a toxic, authoritarian style casual. That's pretty much my thoughts. Like he wants Elden Ring to be casual. He thinks that it's going to make him and his buddies more money. The first thing I could have said is, if you add more casuals, if you get more casuals interested into Elden Ring, it's going to make more money because it's going to have a much bigger audience. See, in theory, what he is saying, and actually it is true, that casuals make a game successful. The difference is what he's not understanding, or maybe he is that Elden Ring is not a casual game. It's not based on a casual mechanic. It just has casual aspects that casuals like good story, stuff like that, and characters that they can love. He's literally trying to change Elden Ring's core mechanics that made it a cult favorite and eventually got it to the point where it is now. He needs to leave the Elden Ring community alone. I wouldn't even want him in Genshin Impact because I think he's such a negative in terms of casual that he's not even for the casual audience either. I think he's bad. I think he should be playing Candy Crush. This is good for me, though, because I bash in-gamers. But in this area, I get to show that I'm not being biased against in-gamers. Because I also don't like... Well, Actually, I mean, I don't have a problem with end gamers in any regard as long as they stay away from casual games. But Jim Sterling gives me the opportunity to show some justice, that I'm not after end gamers and meta gamers, that I will also go after the Jim Sterlings of this world that want to casually destroy meta games. Me too. Very much so. I'm very interested in his perspective. Just like I'm interested in like the perspective of a Tectone or MTash, who are absolutely the complete opposite type of authoritarian in terms of like they're more meta game authoritarian types, whereas Jim Sterling is a casual authoritarian. Wants everything to be Candy Crush, some shit. If I want to like, he don't get me wrong, he makes good points. Everything that he says has good points. He's just doing it. He just needs to understand that games have different communities. That gaming is not simple. It's not as simple as playing a game. There are different types of games. There are different communities. There are different different divisions. I wanted to say diversities, but my accent was like screwing it up. My lips screws up my words, and I stutter sometimes. Just from this alone, I can tell that Sterling is obviously, he has intelligence. He just doesn't have well, he obviously has perspective. He can't let it go. I'm trying to find a word, but I can't find it, so. I wanted to find a good word, but I can't find it in my mind. What do you think about Mr. Jim Sterling? Before I head over to Twitch and bombard my Twitch folk with ads that make me pennies on the dollar. That's my second job. It's terrible. It's so sad. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. I like YouTube. I get to just have fun. I don't make any money off of YouTube, so I can just kind of chill and not care. I literally could be like twitching all day and making a couple extra bucks here and there, but I choose not to. Unlike Mr. Jim Sterling, wants to make money for his buddies and himself. I'll be interested in what he's up to in the future, past Elden Ring. They're pretty based, huh? And then the woke stuff started coming in, and then people like him started going crazy then. Okay. So pretty much once we found out their politics, it was pretty much game over. essentially. He was okay before he politicized his beliefs or her beliefs or whatever and started or at least politicized the SJW stuff, huh? Started wearing dresses with fake tits. Confusing 30-year-old men. 34-year-old, yeah, man. All right, exactly. Okay. All right. All right, well, I'm going to shut things down here. I'm going to try to my new goal is to just kind of again chill on YouTube, mostly on my days off, and my days off are Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I still stream at 9 p.m. Pacific timing on Twitch, and I will do that. Like, I work 5 days a week. I work Thursday through Monday, which is why mostly I stream 9 p.m. usually. So, but YouTube will mostly be the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, unless something tragic happens and before I go to bed early morning, then I do like a YouTube stream or something like that. So, but I'll see you around, mister. Those are some interesting videos and interesting takes and perspectives. Hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. All right, you too. Take care, mister. And take care, all. If you're watching this later or on YouTube, since it's available, hope you enjoyed.